Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Electric Circus. We hope you have had a wonderful, wonderful week, and you're ready for some D&D.
Electric Circus might have to be my new band name.
That would be a good band.
Yes, can I join your band?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
I can play the electric triangle.
Fuck yeah.
You can play the electric triangle.
Hey,
you know what?
You know what
If
you can
play
do
the
with an electric triangle? Fuck yeah.
You know what? If you can play the electric triangle, that means you can play the theremin.
Ooh, I've always wanted to try that and the hurdy-gurdy, but I feel like that's a very complex instrument to learn.
You just turn a crank.
Yeah, but you got the buttons, and you have to like.
You got the buttons, and you've got the.
You do it at the. You have to do it at
It's
the
like
same
an
time.
accordion with a crank.
It's an
accordion and a guitar with a crank.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
You just-
there's
you
a
just
lot
gotta
of
crank-
stuff going on.
You just got to crank it out in practice.
If we, oh God.
Phrasing.
Go to your room.
You're not his wife, Ray. You can't tell him to do that.
Em, get in here and take care of your man.
Tell Sam to go to his room.
Come
get
collect
your
it,
man.
Come collect.
DMing
Come
him
get your
now.
mans.
Sam's gonna get in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner in a Game, where this is the level of maturity you will always find here, because we can't do anything else. We tried really hard. We wanted to be one of those streams that's like elevates it to that next level.
No.
We can't
We
get
do
out of the
elevate it to a
basement,
different
y'all.
level. It's a very smutty level.
It's a
We
very
did.
steep
Yeah.
level.
We
Is
did
that
level.
what we call it?
We did
We
level.
did
did
level.
level.
It was
Oh,
just
God.
in a brothel.
In a brothel. Proving once again, ladies and gentlemen, that if you have a creative RPG game, you should be able to level no matter what. It's all
Yes.
about story and this
Experience
story-
is collected in different ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of it is even, collected while you don't even know what's going on, right? There,
Yes.
Cassie?
Yeah, I never have any idea what's going on. Hi, I brought my brain cell.
I brought my brain cell.
There we
I
go.
brought my brain cell. The cat's playing with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure
our
my-
cat was playing with a lot of things
Yeah,
for
baby.
20
Yeah.
hours.
For 20 hours.
For 20 hours.
Wow.
Oh, so we
I need a new one. My brain cell's kind of falling apart.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow! What
Oh
a
my gosh.
beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
What's wrong?
Lex is the barbarian version of Cat from Red Dwarf.
I don't think. Oh, Liz, do you actually know where Red Dwarf is?
It's a valid point.
She's Cat from Red Dwarf.
Valid point.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Internet. We figured it out. Good night, everybody.
So long,
We are
farewell.
done.
I'm gonna go to bed now.
No, Sweetie,
Yep.
say not goodbye. Do. Oh boy. Oh man. Wow. Just. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to go off this early, but it has. It has. So, folks, tonight we're playing D&D. D&D, but our version of D&D. Which means, if it is crude, if it is lewd, and if it is lambastic, it will happen here.
You forgot
And-
rude.
No, we don't. We're never rude.
To our
Oh,
enemies,
Drake is
maybe.
rude.
If you're not 18, get off this channel.
Drake did a little Karening one
Yeah,
second.
Karen
Oh,
Commander
there
is
was-
Yeah, we
very
did get
rude.
some rude.
Exactly. Rude.
Yeah. I mean, let's not forget whenever Val uses vicious mockery.
That is
Hella
true.
rude.
He's
Mad
it's-
disrespectful.
Yeah.
So we are going to remind you all that Dinner in a Game is an adult stream. If you're not 18, you're 12, so get out.
Fuck
and,
out.
And some of us are not even comfortable with 18-year-olds, to be honest, because, it's just kind of weird.
There's still a teen there,
Yeah,
and
there's
it's just
teens.
it's
There's
just
still
weird.
Scares
my niece
me.
is 18, and that's it's too close. It's
You want to hear the terrifying part? My children aren't even teenagers anymore. My
Oof.
youngest kid is 20.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel
Oh.
about that. Right?
The Reaper stands just behind my
I was
shoulder.
just about
and
to
I can
say
feel
you're
the
gonna...
chill of his hand.
Oh my god.
Well, hey, when you meet him, tell him he and I need to talk.
Do you feel?
I'll
Do you
remind
hear his
you-
plaintive cries for your
I
attention?
already told you that I'll tell him that he owes you money and a sandwich.
Oh, he's gonna owe me a lot more than a sandwich.
So
Because last
yeah,
time I asked
That's-
for a sub,
that's what
the
he
Titan
said.
incident happened.
the Titan. Oh God! Fucking God damn it!
Bardic
Gentlemen,
inspiration, Sam.
redact
Bardic
everything that just
inspiration.
Bardic
happened.
inspiration.
Do not. He does not get bardic inspiration for that.
Bardic inspiration. You're not the bard, Ray. Bardic
I
inspiration.
think we
I'm
all
wearing the
Bardic
bard shirt.
Yeah, but
We
you're
all
not
took
this,
psychic
you're
damage
not
from
this
that.
weird bard. He
Psychic
gets bardic
damage.
inspiration.
Well, I am the one who deals the psychic damage around here, so it fits.
And you've done so. Thank you so much. We're all gonna go home and cry. M, come get him and take him
Eat the
to
rich.
his room.
Eat the rich. Eat
Aha,
them all.
I already cried at work. You can't make me cry twice in one day.
Yes, I can. But why did you cry at work?
Who do we have to
I
thank?
agree.
Never
I
mind.
agree.
Yeah,
I forget. Never mind.
It's retail.
It's
It,
retail.
it,
It's
it happens
retail.
every so often.
Retail.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
That's
retail.
Retail
So
does things to people.
If you don't go to your car and cry
Yes, it
every
does.
lunch, then you're probably doing retail wrong.
Or you're new and your soul hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
Y'all have souls?
Huh? Well, that's what
Mine
they
is
told
mine
me.
is finally grown back.
Mine's finally grown back, but the scar tissue is really heavy. So that sounds like
Yeah.
a challenge. There's no challenges. We know better. We make no challenges. You assholes will try it and get hurt or some shit. Oh, there's a puppy.
Don't do it.
Hi, Bubbush.
Is it trembling?
No. That means that something's wrong. She doesn't shake a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, she's very happy.
my dog's
Nice.
sleeping. My dog's sleeping under my chair and farting.
Nice.
So, and I like an idiot closed the door to my office. So I am now locked in here with congested dog farts.
You're just marinating
I
now.
am marinating in
Yep.
dog farts. And yeah, that's how I wanted to
This
spend
is
my
the way.
evening is marinating in dog farts.
Ouch, Charlie. You cannot stand on bare flesh.
Hey, Bubba.
Wait a minute. Are you telling the cat that it can't do something?
It's the other one.
It's the other
not the fupa.
It's the trauma beam.
Oh, baby.
I'll see if I can pick my dog up in a minute.
This is the well-behaved cat.
Bubba.
mine is busy eating.
Oh, and hi, Crip Walker. Missed you when you came in. Sorry about that. Love you. So we're going to be playing D&D, but we are going to be playing our version of D&D, which, aside from all the sexual innuendo and direct sexual content, I should say, no contact is had. We are all digital here. But, you know, it is the DAG polycule, so who knows what's going to happen with that. But we are playing our version of D&D, which means we are playing in the world called Kingdoms of Mist, which is a world I created because I love the movie Treasure Planet, but I wanted it to be more fantasy than sci-fi, so I came up with an insane concept. Literally was emailing people from like Caltech, and well, I started out with the University of Houston's astrophysics lab, and from there they took it to Caltech, and we tried to make this universe work, and in the end they said, well, you're doing this for a game, right? And I said yes, and they said, just say it's magic.
Magic.
So I was like, okay, fine. But they told me that my universe wouldn't work unless there was some kind of outside force. So I chose magic because I love fantasy. And
Magic makes a great outside force.
Yep. So we have this world to play in. We have skyships. We have a pet mimic. We have a cat girl who can grind out 20 hours, apparently.
Grind, you say?
Well, I'm sure.
To shreds, you say.
Shreds.
Say.
Do you have any idea how many people at that brothel were ridden asunder?
Or rode asunder.
Death by snoo snoo. What?
Yes,
by
I snooze too.
I had to pay for several healing potions.
Let's do it. Ride it, opponent.
If you missed the last, I'd say 3 episodes.
Go back and watch them because they're
I
great.
need to go back.
Yeah,
and
they're
watch
great.
it.
They're
The
great.
VOD is free on Twitch. Just trust us. The last 3 episodes
it's-
are amazing. They
It's
actually
good. It's
level
real
up
good.
in a brothel. So take that and
did
put
it.
that in your pipe and smoke it, because that's how you level up right there.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, good.
We did it. We did it.
you can't. Wait.
Oh my God!
I
not
appreciate the
another one.
shit out of it, Admiral, but did you meet? Was it a random one, or do you know Church Chimus? Admiral gave away another stub. He wanted to make it even, I guess, 52.
But Area
Oh, for
51.
marinated dog farts. Oh, thank you.
I love our other husband. We have
I'm
several.
so confused.
Yeah, several. Yeah.
Captain Admiral Admiral gifted out 1 sub, but he was saying it's for the marinated dog farts. So.
God.
Here for it. Here for it.
All right.
100%.
So, let's say hi to these amazing people who are going to be playing these amazing characters in this amazing game. So, first off, let's say hi to the person who really, really made the last few episodes everything that they were. Liz,
What's up?
we bow to you.
The reason we are here
The
at level
reason he
17.
levels.
Yes. Your amazing ability to cause a situation.
You're not wrong. Guys,
You-
there are
you have-
days I still think Ray regrets inviting me here.
Never.
No,
never,
you're
never,
amazing.
Never,
Mm.
never. But yes, she is the reason for the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Now that's a religion I can get behind.
Hey, you say the word, baby.
word.
So, Liz, what amazing character are you playing in this game?
What are you
well-
responsible for?
What are you responsible? What have you?
I'm not
brought upon the
responsible for
world?
anything. But if you have not heard, I will be playing our wonderful, wonderful, not always incredibly smart barbarian, but she's a hell of a good time in all the best ways. Lex.
Dun dun dun. Thank you so much. And seriously, the sheer just chaos that the last few sessions have been has been so absolutely worth it.
Technically, the start of this one is still chaos because Lex has been strapped to Bigby's hand.
Yeah. To get her back to the boat.
Yeah, you gotta
It's true.
strap. You gotta strap in, strap on.
Yes, there's
Strap
more
down.
Strap
There's more
on.
Strap.
There's more straps. All right, so next, let's go to the person who played a character so sweet, so innocent that they literally were adopted by a brothel as a mascot. Cassie,
Hi.
who, what character are you responsible for having brought into this world?
Well, I did a nice little experiment and I put a wood elf underground and got a mushroom child instead. So y'all are blessed with Calvatea Sarah or Callie, the sweetest little innocent being who just had fun in a brothel. I don't know why people say this is a bad thing. This seemed like a great time.
Why do people talk bad about these places? Everyone's so nice. I don't know how many times you said that.
Everybody's so nice.
I mean, it's so cool. I don't understand. What's going on? It's so weird.
Oh, thank you very much for the raid. Our little corner. Thank
It's
you
our
for
own little
playing.
corner.
Oh,
What's happening?
If you can't tell, we know them.
We know them.
So,
Stop.
but
hanging on.
yes, we so that was wonderful and amazing. And speaking of wonderful, amazing, a man who literally went on stage at a brothel and performed an amazing performance while mostly nude dancers were pleasuring each other in the background and still managed to upstage.
The focus.
The focus, the discipline. Sphinx, who are you playing in this amazing game?
Hi, everybody. I'm Sphinx Akasha, and tonight I am playing our wonderful bard slash sorcerer, our lovely Kalishtar, 3 souls for the price of 2, Valestein O'Call.
A man with nerves of steel, ladies and gentlemen.
Nerves of steel
Of
and an
steel,
electric
you say?
lute. Of steel, I say.
Well,
An electric lute, you say?
Shredded, I say.
Well, speaking of stealing,
Threaded, you say?
we will now
Oh, that's
begin-
messed off.
We will now address your attention to the man who plays the character that is so determined not to be the hero that they are literally willing to turn into a Karen. So, Sam, who are you playing tonight?
Everyone's favorite rat bastard, Drake. The group Scion.
You pronounced hero wrong.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
Mhm.
It's this one word I'll never get right.
He also
Apparently.
pronounced all of his titles.
Yeah,
and
no,
his
I'm not
episodes.
doing that. We'll be
Lovely
here too
interaction.
long.
How many? What's the total now? Do we have a total number of titles now? It's in the 30s, I think.
Oh
Look,
wow!
all I know is if anyone in game, if we go to any kind of event, someone starts doing titles, and half of those start getting said, the first words coming on or out of his mouth is just going to be, "Get on with it."
So when
So, Ray,
when
we're making this
Milagros-
happen.
Wait. So when Milagros emailed me and said that she was having a tabard custom made with all your titles on it.
Oh my god, I love it.
You bitch.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's lovely.
Hold on.
so here for
So
it.
right now he has 15 titles,
Mhm.
and then 2, 3,
How many
Milagros?
epitaphs? How many epitaphs?
Milagros?
9,
I got a
10,
magic
11,
trick for
12,
you.
13,
Ready
14,
for this?
15, 16,
Damn, it's not a
17.
magic
So
trick.
He's
We
got
know you're about to pull your middle
17,
finger out.
17 epithets and 15 titles.
Fuck you.
And counting.
Ruining the joke.
Sam, I love you. You're predictable.
And finally, the wonderful, the person who is playing the character that just found out exactly what a cat of nine tails is actually for.
They're
Milagros.
fun.
Milagros, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Utopia Aster Okal, our Oath of Devotion paladin, devoted to what? That might change a little bit.
Pussy.
Might become devoted to the pussy. Let's go.
On their knees,
He's
you
a
said.
Big dumb lesbian with a warhammer and a girlfriend.
The shreds, you say.
She is over a foot taller than her girlfriend, but she is not the top or the dom, and she never will be. She does not have a dominant cell in her body.
Hammered, you say?
She has been ridden asunder. She's
Asunder,
fighting
you
her
say?
fucking life.
Ridden, you say?
She can get buffs, you say. What kind of buffs?
Just hit her with anything involving endurance, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. She's gonna have to do a marathon next when we have time.
Oh
Replenish your electrolytes, you say.
my.
Don't
Oh
bother- don't bother with
my.
Lex, just send bottles of water.
Yeah.
Bottles of water, maybe a Red
Who needs
Bull.
bottles of water? There's plenty to drink.
Protein supplements.
Oh.
That's true. That's true. There is
Pre-workout.
plenty to drink. I don't know.
Pre-workout.
There's
I
a
like
lot of
that.
thirsty going around.
I like that.
Pre-workout.
Also, I am Mr. Dagshow, Ray. I am your DM. I am the gentleman who is responsible for creating everyone that these people sleep with.
Delicious. Delicious.
Appreciated.
So, you're welcome. And believe it or not, I don't charge for these services. But
Yet.
yeah.
Yes.
So, where we left off, you literally were leaving the brothel. Lex had endured on a bet, had endured a 20-hour sexathon. from which they were not recovered, as they had to bring her downstairs on a handcart. And then Bigsby's hand was summoned in order to carry her back.
I got you.
And the druid, strapped
Got
her
some
into some
vines.
vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, the druid
Good.
craft vines to hold her Lex in place because Lex is Jello right now.
Yes.
Hello.
But it's
Jello
still
might
able to
have-
flirt.
Jello might have
With
a
the
little
dwarf.
more structural integrity than Lex right now.
Structure and texture. Ooh, is she that point where the pudding starts to get too warm and it kind of breaks?
Oh, it gets
Yeah.
the skin on it.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Lex is fully melting.
Oh.
Are you
Yeah.
having flashbacks to last night?
Well,
Oh.
We rated you
Don't
guys, but
remi-
I had to jump up and do
Don't
a bunch of stuff,
remind
so I
me.
didn't know
That
what
was
happening.
It was great. It was we were in a Resident Evil village. It was wonderful.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, good.
Hey,
I
this
love
was
not
Silent
being
Hill.
able to do shit. It's great. Okay.
At least it wasn't Silent Hill. I just saw when we raided in, we saw you guys were getting your asses kicked.
I have no mouth.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
That's
have
one
no
scene I didn't get to
eyes.
see. I came in. We literally came in right as you were losing your mouth.
you have no
Holy
mouth,
shit.
but you must scream.
Wait.
Which sucks because if you look through the cleric spell list, they're all verbal.
Mhm.
All
Hey, that's-
verbal.
Hey. The other spellcaster has no eyes. How is he supposed to target anything?
Line of sight needs eyeballs.
AoE, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah,
No,
you still
wait,
have
wait,
to be
wait,
able to see where you're doing it.
Yes. Yeah.
Just fuck
You still have to be able
everybody
to see
up.
where you want to place a spell.
The only
Magic
spells
missile.
that don't still need to be able to
You'll
see the
still need to
targets.
see. They almost all the spells that need line of sight.
The only spells that don't require line of sight are the quote unquote buff spells that only affect self.
No,
Those
there's
are the
a
only
few
ones.
that they
There-
just have to
there's
be
a
able to
couple-
hear you.
Yeah, and there are a
those are
couple
bard
of that.
spells.
But those are almost all barge spells.
Oh yeah, those are almost all boss spells. You're right. You're right.
You
You're right.
you got to turn.
You gotta turn.
You got okay. You got. I had to get out of a blob, and that was my turn.
I had one spell actually go as it was supposed to. The rest all failed, or turned into something that actually turned out to be detrimental for us, and did nothing.
There are a couple of spells that are cast on the self that are AOE that don't require a line of sight
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
there's a few of those, but they hit everybody.
They hit everybody within that particular radius. Yeah.
That's the problem.
So
Didn't you have your familiar though?
Yeah,
Oh,
Now
but
you have eyeballs.
unfortunately,
You have eyeballs.
you can cast spells through a familiar, but only touch spells.
Nope. If you're a wizard,
Sick 'em.
If you're a wizard, yes. If you're
He's
not,
not a wizard.
oh.
Hence the problem.
Yeah.
Rip.
How are those spell points treating you now? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? No.
Sam, there's a really easy problem. It's called fireball yourself.
Bro.
Yeah.
Look. If my magic didn't ignore fire resistance, that'd be one thing. But my magic ignores fire resistance, and everything around here is fire immunity.
That's true.
So
What are
it's
you, a
like, well,
Phoenix
there
Sorcerer?
goes a huge Phoenix
Yes.
Sorcerer. So it's like, well, there
That
goes
explains it.
the majority of my toolkit.
Dun dun dun. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, a few people here playing other games as well, and the lovely Cassie and the amazing Sam play an ADH Adventures D&D game that runs on Tuesday nights, parallel to our World of Darkness game, and we usually raid them after we leave because they run later than we do. So we usually raid them after we leave, and that's what we're kind of gibbering about. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to this game. But before that, a little bit of housekeeping, if you guys don't mind. Remember,
Housekeeping.
Dinner and a Game is going to Gen Con, and in order to get to Gen Con, we're doing a little bit of fundraising. Nothing crazy. We're actually trying to promote stuff that we believe in, and one of the things that we definitely found that a company we found that we really believe in is Many Worlds Taverns. They are a purveyor of fine coffees and teas, and they basically have a lot of different tea setups that they have that are amazing. My favorite is still the masala chai. I don't know, Sphinx, was that your favorite as well? Oh god,
It is.
Dun, dun,
It
dun.
absolutely is. It's what I'm drinking right now.
Yep. And the other flavors, and they also have amazing coffees. Every month they have an individual coffee that is a unique blend that they contract every month. So far they haven't repeated any. But the neat thing about that is, number one, you get an amazing and a fabulous, incredible coffee. And like the last one was called Jaguar, or that was actually the month before now. That one was a coffee that was, as it was roasted, there was orange juice put into the roaster with the beans. And as the beans were roasted, the orange juice, not a lot, but the orange juice is put in there, and the orange juice evaporates off and caramelizes on the outside of the roasted bean. So you get candied coffee beans. And then you grind those up with the candy flavoring goes into the coffee, and you get candied coffee. And that was amazing. I'm on the last bit of the bag of Jaguar, and I'm just like, because it's going to be gone, and then I'll never have it back. But anyway, with the monthly box, you also get a set of dice, which this is my D10 from that set. It's very pretty. It's very blue.
Ooh.
And you also get a custom magic item every single month for D&D 5e. And they have one of these in every single set, and you get one every single month, and they're all unique individual items. So they are incredible, and if you guys want to support them, you can use a link that's in chat right now to place an order. If you do so, use that code that's in chat, and you'll get 10% off your entire order. And if you use that link, we'll get 10% from the order as a little kickback for us promoting them. Like I said, they ethically source all the products. They're an amazing company. They also have an incredible artist working for them, and they actually sell the art on playmats and coffee mugs and stuff like that. And they do that also as a way for the artists to make some more money off of the art that they've contracted out and licensed out to Many Worlds Taverns, because the artist gets more funds of the more items that get sold with the art on it. So that is an amazing thing that we try and get done. Also, we are selling merch, and we have some new merch in the shop right now. We have a new t-shirt. The design was done by the amazing Red Queen Hales, and that design is, let me see where it is. I'm going.
It's dope as hell.
Its design. The design is based off of
It's
an
so good.
incredibly famous meme that you guys have probably seen all over the internet. It was even turned. I forgot about this, but it was even turned into a short webcomic. And that is, you reach out to push the orc off the cliff. You roll a natural one. You gently caress his shoulders. He's very uncomfortable. So
Yes.
we had that turned into a shirt, and
Nice.
so that shirt is for sale on our merch link. And I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Boop. Right now, there it is. And the art is done by the amazing Red Queen Hales. You guys can find that in our merch link, which is in chat right now. We have it in dark colors. We have it in light colors. We have it available for you to enjoy and share with others. We have it available, and you hopefully can get it just before Gen Con, so you can wear it to Gen Con. And that is one of the things we're doing up. We also have another shirt, which we had two different variants on the art. And we had a vote on it, and I think the one we're going with is the one without the little catchphrase at the end. But it's basically, the DM says, the BBEG has his hands around your throat, choking the life out of you, and the player says, "Tell me more."
Tell me more.
Choke me
So,
hard.
and that art's also by Red Queen Hales, and it is also amazing. So, but that'll be up on the shore probably tomorrow, as I'm going to get that set up and that. So, if you guys want to pick up those shirts, you can. The stores are through Streamlabs, so it's a print-on-demand situation. It usually takes them about a month to turn around shirts. So, but that's going to be hopefully another way we can help out Dinner in a Game, so we can do more things like go to more conventions. We want to start going to some of the local conventions here in the Dallas, Texas area, and in Texas in general, and maybe some of the other cons in over Louisiana and stuff. And I don't know what's happening in chat because I'm intentionally not looking at it. And I do mean in our cast chat. So if you want to catch cast chat, let us know. We can add it to our Patreon page. I'm trying to I figured out how to do it, I think, so we can add it to the Patreon page. But
Nice.
in the meantime, let's go ahead and play some D&D, shall we? Where we left off, you guys had gotten Alex, with Bigsby's hand, strapped down to Bigsby's hand. There were straps, and you guys had gotten a actual sky cab to take you back to the ship. So, is there an uncomfortable silence on the ride back to the ship?
Did everybody have a good time?
Lex lolls over.
Lex has lolls over and it's just like a thumbs up.
Oh my god.
It's like
We're
it was
pretty sure
quite-
Lex had a good time.
I'm pretty sure the good times were had all around, though. All things considered, Lex, I got a question.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Did one of them try to get you by leaving a note or dropping a name?
Huh?
Did
I'm-
one of them try to give you the old hook, line, and sinker by dropping their name or leaving you a little letter?
Drake, I don't think she's all there yet.
Yeah, you might want to give her some time. It
I mean-
looks like she had a lot of fun last night.
Monosyllabic right now.
Oh, hey, Rosie Quartz, thank you
Have your
so
jaw
much.
entrap them.
Rosie!
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
if there was
Rosie
any
Quartz.
stream you wanted to raid, Rosie, this is it. This is our players just hit level 17 last week, and they leveled up by spending 3 sessions in a brothel. So
Hey,
You're all welcome.
you're all very welcome. And we're dealing with the
Aftermath.
now.
yeah,
So
the morning after.
The night after.
Oh yeah, it is the
Yeah,
Evening,
it's-
evening,
early evening.
afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like afternoon.
yeah, it's there. But so you guys are riding in the air car. Lex being held aloft by Bigsby's hand. How long does Bigsby's hand last? It lasts a while.
Let me check.
It's gotta be an
Bigsby's
hour.
hand lasts for it only lasts a minute. It's constant.
Oh no.
So you just
So once we get into that
It's a
cab,
dumper
just
in the air
boom.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lex is just like,
we make sure that she's secure.
Buckled in with all of the vines.
I was gonna say she's strapped in by vines.
And she's also
And the
got
hand-
seatbelt from the cab.
When the hand dissipates, it just melds back into Val's shadow.
So you guys are zooming back, and as you come flying up towards the ship, you can see there is a lot of work that's been done on the ship. You can see that there's areas of the ship, because they're doing very, very fast repairs, they're not able to take the time to like stain or paint the wood to match with the original color. So because of that, you have a lot of situations where you've got like the black of the original wood and then brand new wood as in the patch
wow.
places. So your once terrifying black pirate ship is now looking more like a Palomino pony. So
Real quick, Ray, we're getting that your mic is apparently really low on the stream.
oh no. If I drift too far away from this mic, it goes blah. Any better? Oh, that's
Thank
much
you,
better.
Rosie Quartz.
That's much. You think, Rosie? That's better. Oh yeah, I spiked that right off the red line. Red line. There you go. Now I can sing. Did you guys know I could sing?
I mean,
lie to me.
everyone can
Don't lie to me.
sing.
I can sing.
Everyone can sing.
Everyone can sing.
Not
Whether or not they
everyone
can hold a
sing.
tune is a different story.
I can wail.
I can wail. Well,
I can hum.
I can. Son of.
Oh, hum. Okay.
Well.
One
Well,
letter.
there's a lot
Okay.
in there, Sam.
One letter. One letter difference.
Holy crap. So, enough. No. We're done.
Never
So-
enough. Never enough.
So, but you guys get back to the ship, and you can see that a lot of repairs have already been done. They have repaired a lot of the damaged areas on the ship from when you actually were taking on the cannon fire, and that was one of the biggest problems that you had. You had gaping holes in your hull, and you also had one mast that was down, which had to be replaced. And so all that seems to be well underway. If you can get supplied up, you'll probably be on your way in the morning.
Well,
Alyssa, go to your room.
I'm in my room.
Same brain. Same brain.
Alyssa, go to stand in the corner.
I don't know who's in.
If I stand in the corner,
well,
you're just gonna see my butt.
the ship is.
I'm
Go
still
stand in the
encouraging it.
Yes, go stand in the corner right now. And take the green screen off.
Well, the ship definitely looks like it's in better shape than it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good to see that some work actually did get done while we were out relaxing.
Is that what we're calling it now?
I mean, there's a fair bit of. I mean, have you met Lex right now?
Have you met Lex?
I'm not entirely speaking of Lex, but go off.
Have you met Cook Spaghetti?
Have you? I mean, Drake, your hair's a different color than we thought. I think you got some relaxation in, right?
I'd
That-
say
that
I got
sounds
a
about
lot
right.
more than that.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, then the pot kettle. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Camille's just sitting there and she's like, so just everyone was horrible then.
When am I not horrible?
Horrible.
We're told that that Callie was very very well taken care of.
Well, everyone was so nice, and but nobody else thought they were nice.
Everyone was
Oh, they
wonderful.
were delightful.
Everyone
Wonderful.
was lovely.
I'm just saying
Right.
we all took advantage of their hospitality.
Well, technically,
Oh.
pay for their hospitality.
True. No, true. We did.
Indeed.
We have definitely sent some children to college.
And it was nice to have, we've had 3 meals in a row? That's
Where
that's,
nothing exploded and no one tried to kill us.
That's a
Hey,
record.
hey,
Highly
hey,
unusual.
hey.
Yeah.
Don't talk about
Nobody-
it. You're going
She
to
knocks
jinx
on the
it.
ship. She knocks on the ship.
Okay, good. Look, I'm just glad while we were in there, I didn't have what happened in there happen before I got there. That was just weird.
Are you being vague on purpose, or do you want us to ask
Yeah.
and give you more attention?
Somebody was kissing
It's
my
great.
fucking boot.
What?
I wish I was overselling that.
Literal or figurative?
I don't understand.
Literal.
Oh,
That seems
That's
like a
Kissing your
strange thing.
boot?
Gross.
your
Tell me
boot?
about it. My boot. At the
I mean,
temple.
Oh, well, given your hair situation, I think they should probably go to a doctor.
Hmm.
We're also considering where these boots have been. Yes.
Well, that's yes. They should probably see a physician just in case.
did you introduce yourself as having been touched by the Night Mother?
No, but they figured it out.
That would explain the boot kissing.
Who were they?
Sex.
One of the, not quite the head of the Sisters of Mercy Church,
Oh,
but one of them. And it just so happened they knew my mother and recognized me.
Oh, even with the dark and dirty hair?
Surprisingly.
You do know that you're never going to live this down, Drake, right?
I'm well aware, but that also means
Good.
one thing. The people who are looking for me will no longer be able to recognize me.
I mean, that depends on when they started looking for you, because it takes a while to get your hair that color.
it does. It does take a
Yeah.
while.
A really
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, a really long time.
Does that mean that
You're
no
not
one really
wrong.
knows Callie's real hair color?
Oh,
Callie,
not
I
at
don't
all.
exactly think you have any room to talk.
We all
I'm not
think
sure exactly
Callie's
sure
a
how
brunette.
many
We all
fungal
think
growths
Callie's
are
a
in
brunette.
there.
And we're wrong.
Hi, babe. They just come back.
She says as she scratches her head and a mushroom falls out.
Well, you do deal with fungi, but that would make sense. The growing and everything.
They're very fun,
They are
guys.
very colorful.
Oh my.
Oh,
Val, never leave me in charge with them, please.
you know, maybe we should send you to Bard College. You seem to have a natural knack for it.
Are you sure they would survive?
No.
No.
The voice crack really made that.
I know.
The voice crack really made that.
Because last I checked, isn't there an entire class on insults?
Oh yes. Oh, we'd prepare her well beforehand. We'd make sure that she was armed to the teeth.
You can have somebody armed to the teeth all they want, but that doesn't mean they're going to pull the trigger.
True, but
I
we'd
just think-
we'd at least prepare her beforehand. We
I
had to
feel like
go
in a
in with
learning
we
environment-
went in with no weapons whatsoever, and look how we came out.
I feel like in
What
the
is
learning
this
environment, they have like accident
Royal.
protection.
The royal we, the
The
cellular
royal
we.
we.
Cellular
Well, I
Out
do
of all
think
of you,
it's nice.
Callie's the one who's talking about like insurance.
Oh, we are 100%.
Like, there's a safety net, right? Like,
Yeah.
freaking high schools have those chemical showers. I'm sure Bard College has something.
Something to undo vicious
Like,
mockery that went
A
too
vicious
far.
mockery helmet or
A
something.
vicious mockery helmet.
The helmet of vicious mockery.
It just looks like a
If-
dunce
if-
cap.
It's a dunce cap.
It's a dunce.
If
If
they've
you're
done
too
something,
you're too stupid. If it treats you as if your intelligence is so low, you can't take psychic damage.
That
they-
would actually work.
Power.
that would actually work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Val just says, you know, if something was done about that, it was done after my time. There were no filters, no protections. We took it raw. I said what I said.
I do think
I'm
it's
sure.
I do think it's nice that at least one of my fathers does want to send me to college.
Yes, we think you'd do well.
Camille
It could
says,
be fun.
I
We should all
think
go
you'd be,
together.
I think you'd be amazing.
Oh no, you won't catch me in that establishment ever.
I don't think we'd ever catch you in any establishment.
Ever.
I mean, hopefully not. I am quite sneaky.
We knew you would go there.
I mean, look, there's worse places I could go considering one of my past professions.
Considering the fact that you did whatever you did until your natural hair color came back.
God, we're
Sure.
never gonna look at Living go.
No. We've got a tight grip on that. Super tight grip.
Ah, so you're in
Ah,
hair
we're-
color,
we're-
man.
Greg hair.
We're sure they did too.
Oh, 100%.
Oh God.
I'm not going to deny. It was entertaining to finally be challenged again.
You still have a black eye.
So, and she won, right?
Clearly.
Yeah, it was a give and take. This one I let my guard down and, well,
So she won.
She
So
was.
she won.
I keep this shiner as a reminder that, as much fun it is, you really need to watch elbows.
Hey,
You
there's
should
no
also
shame in the
wash
game.
your elbows.
So, you guys, as the air car has landed, you having this conversation on the way back. As the air car has landed, you guys all start piling out. I don't know how you're gonna get Lex.
I'm carrying Lex.
Okay.
I need not that
Oh, you're
hard.
gonna carry it? Okay.
Yeah.
Lex, you
And
do
but
now have
before-
enough motor control to actually hang on to Utopia's neck.
Also, Utopia gives Camille kind of like an apologetic look and like a little kiss on the cheek, and then just like hauls Lex out of the air car.
Lex also gives Camille an apologetic look.
Like, this is
Like
out of
Val.
necessity, I swear.
This is like Val and Rami are just laughing.
Camille,
their asses off.
as you're walking by, you kind of have Lex over your shoulder. As Camille, you're walking by, Camille just kind of pats Lex on the butt and says, "Poor kid."
Yep. Poor kid.
Like,
Yeah, Lex gets the potato sack treatment. Camille would always get the bridal treatment.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, but yeah, Evan comes running up to you guys, walking up to you guys, and he says, I hope recruitment went very well. We have been, thanks to Hiking David, we have gotten an amazing amount of work done in a short period of time. I've got,
very nice.
yes, I've got engineering crews working on the final wiring setups to get all the different batteries hooked up and connected and test all the connections. I think that with all this help we've gotten, we will be ready to sail at dawn. So the only thing we really need to do now is make sure that we have all of our stocks set up. Like I said, it is going to be probably another 3 days until we get to Kyrell, and then we're going to have to see how the weather is once we get there to see when we can actually try and make entry to get to the capital.
Oh, well done. We know that that King David is helping us with the recruitment, so we should be hearing back about that hopefully soon.
I remember you did get a detachment of Dwarven Marines that were actually came with the were kind of like the dwarves brought them on board too. So with the Dwarven engineering crew that came from King David.
Yeah.
And the Dwarven engineering crew is going with you as well because they want to go back to Kyrell.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yep.
like we should have some good ample people. How is the Shrike project going?
We haven't had a hell of a lot of time. I haven't had a hell of a time to devote to it. It got as far as we got with it, really. This is I haven't even actually been able to do much work myself. It's just been supervising as everything else gets done. So I'm sorry.
Take your time taking care of the ship as a whole first. We can work on that afterwards.
Indeed.
Excellent.
Priorities indeed.
No, understood. Other than that, we've had a couple of people actually come up and make inquiries if we were hiring for sailors. I have just basically said that we would be, and that the officer staff was off ship. So I basically told them to come back this evening, because like you guys said, it's early afternoon still. Is any of you going to be available to...
We'll be available.
Okay. Cast chat is horrible.
That
Just
is
saying,
the best.
for the
It's the
record,
best.
for the record, chat, I'm just saying that Utopia's taking Lex to bed. Like,
For
she's got
sleep.
for sleep, for fuck's sake. She already got Punani for 20 hours. She got 2 platinum bars and then some worth of coochie. She does not need any more right now.
Always more.
No, you're
more.
going to sleep.
As
And
always.
Utopia's gonna tuck you like all the way in. Like
Oh,
you're not
you're-
gonna be able
The
to fucking
full
move.
talk. The full talk.
You're getting
Wait, does this
fucked
count as
all
a
the-
grapple?
Does this count as a
Does it?
grapple? Make me
You're
make
exhausted.
me
Grapple or
Yeah.
restrain?
I
make me
feel
make
like
me
she
an
should get-
unarmed attack roll with advantage because technically Lex is prone.
I feel like
And
I feel like she
exhausted.
should get every disadvantage.
Well, you can only have one disadvantage, so it doesn't stack.
For fuck's sake.
Elven
man.
disadvantage or
I
elven
can't
exhaustion, so you can have 3 disadvantage dice.
I can't believe
I don't know.
Like-
I think that's a different kind of exhaustion.
no, Lex is getting all the way tucked in.
Like, are we talking like full on military
Yes,
hospital
Uh-huh.
quarters?
that's what I mean. Like tucked
You-
all the
she
way
tucks
into...
Lex in and then bounces a gold piece off of her.
A full envelope tuck.
Yes,
I
Lex
rolled a
is
15 and then an 11, so with my plus 9, that's still a 20.
I hate it here. Hold on. I'm
Lex
I'm just
slightly
opening-
pops it off.
I'm just opening D&D Beyond, so I haven't rolled anything yet.
So what you're gonna roll is you're gonna roll an
I hate
athletics.
this.
You're gonna roll athletics because we're just gonna assume you can actually touch Lex.
Yeah.
Kitty.
So you're making an
You
opposed
gotta be
athletics roll.
fucking kidding me. I got an 18. Lex, you're a son of a bitch.
Despite being absolutely exhausted
Oh my god.
and
just want you to
the moment you
sleep.
put Lex into bed and you start trying to tuck her in, Lex keeps on doing things like she pops a foot out and blows.
Wait, was
blows,
that with
blows
advantage?
No, that was Lex rolled that with disadvantage.
Yeah,
but
let's
I
roll
thought-
the
I thought
20 with
Utopia-
disadvantage.
Had advantage.
Oh, Utopia, yeah, roll advantage. Did you roll advantage?
Oh, I didn't roll with advantage. Okay. This is fucking
So roll one more.
bullshit.
Roll athletics one more time.
How do I roll it with advantage though?
No, you already
just
rolled
roll a
once.
second time.
So just
You
roll
rolled
one.
one,
Roll
so
one more
yeah,
time.
just roll a second.
Yeah, just roll it a second time this time around.
What? I got a 13. This is bullshit.
How is this possible?
It is
Oh my
completely and utterly
God.
possible.
Strong.
Oh
Strunk.
my god.
Lex
Strong
Strunk
as
girl.
fuck.
Lex, I just want you to
We
sleep.
stand. We stand.
Gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep. I don't need to be trapped by the blankets.
Okay. By the way, I'm tucking her in the captain's cabin because I know that there's 2 beds there. No, because there's like an extra. There's
That's
an extra
fair.
bed there.
Sure.
So
But she needs supervision.
yes, yes, you do, because you
When you
wouldn't
brought
let
Lex
me
downstairs,
tuck you
when you brought Lex downstairs, Camille like kind of says, "I'll be right back," and she took off.
in. Okay.
So as you're like trying to tuck Lex in, this takes 10 minutes of Lex
yeah, no,
popping
this
out
is-
an elbow,
this
popping out
is
a foot.
This is a whole thing now.
So
Just
Camille
flex
comes
it.
back in and is like, "How worried are you about her like escaping or something?"
I just want her to sleep.
I'm gonna sleep. 20
Do you
hours.
think
bro.
she's delirious or something? Does she need to be secured for some reason?
The fact that she's still fighting like this, I'm just trying to tuck her in.
My sister and the Mist Mother.
My sister and Misty. Fuck. Wait, no, I can't say that.
My sister and the
God.
Mist Mother. I'm fucking exhausted. I just don't want to be trapped by the blankets in
Okay,
case something happens.
okay. I mean, clearly they're not doing anything, but fine.
Also, at some point, can we have someone look at that sword the Gith gave me?
Yes, we'll get that taken care
I-
of.
No more curses.
So Camille's like, "Okay, good. Now that we know that," she walks over to the table is bolted to the floor, and she drops a pair of manacles on the table. she says, she goes and gets a pitcher of water, and she pours a glass of water, and she brings it over to Lex. Is like, "You better drink this."
Lex takes the glass, and because I just can't help myself, she looks back at the manacles and then looks at me and goes, "Next time." And then drinks the water.
Yeah. You totally got Milagros. Camille,
She's good at a lot of different things.
she's good at a lot of different things. Camille looks at Lex, raises an eyebrow, looks at Utopia, and goes, "I don't think I'm ready to share." And she grabs Utopia by the elbow and drags her out of the room.
But there's possibility for the future.
Oh my god. Utopia's red in the face. Just red.
Val is still outside and like
Yeah.
sees Camille dragging Utopia out. And
Like
it's
the
like,
color of a tomato.
The worst part is they're all coming out of your
Not
room.
sure we
So-
we're not sure we want to know. Camille, is Lex secure? Is she good?
Is the package secure?
So Camille looks over her shoulder and goes, "Intersexuality," and walks off.
That's That's all I need. That's all I need.
I feel like Lex is gonna sleep in a pose where it looks like they just got dropped off a building. You know, like
no,
just
there's
like the,
just one arm,
the
one leg
craziest,
off.
like
The fallen guy on the wet floor.
You're gonna
side.
wake
Yeah.
up and like your left hand is gonna be completely asleep because it was just like dangling off the bed, pressing up against the edge.
but it's like the most comfortable they've ever been.
It's like half turned onto like they're like somehow half on their stomach, half on their side.
Yep.
That is the best way to sleep.
It really is.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, all this
Your
happened
top
in
half
your
is faced
captain's
one way.
quarters.
Bottom the other.
Val, you're
So-
welcome.
Are you who's gonna stay up to interview crew, and who's gonna pass out?
Val's gonna stay up to interview crew.
Funnily
So will
enough,
Drake.
Callie is like one of the few person who actually got sleep at the prom.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
got a
no,
full
Val,
night's rest.
Callie is like fresh as a
Bouncy.
daisy.
Yep.
Yeah, she's bouncing around. Like,
She slept in a cuddle puddle. She's all warm.
I only need
Hey,
4
Callie,
hours.
do you wanna help us with this?
Yeah, I can help. I can help. What am I doing?
We're interviewing new crew.
Okay. Do we have like a list of questions?
No, this is no, we don't. We should probably write some questions down.
Who want me to handle this?
Utopia does have the sword and goes up to Val and
Yes.
I'm not sure who to take this to for some kind of analysis. Before we go, the curse thing. I don't want to get stabbed this time.
What the hell is that?
It
Oh,
looks
that's right,
like
Drake was
Right?
it looks like a silvered greatsword.
Lex
but
won
Utopia
that.
is specifically carrying it with like one hand.
Yeah, she's just like, she's holding it like, kind of. She's not waving it around,
No, but you
Sword
can hold
safety.
it in one hand.
but she can hold it in one hand, and it looks like it doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah, Lex won that in that fight.
Oh, by the way, she destroyed him. Like he was.
Yes, she did.
She made him look like an idiot.
It was gross.
Yeah.
And awesome.
Yeah. So his comrades brought her this as he has to earn it back or something. I don't know. She kind of broke everything. But
Is Rami still around?
Yep. Actually,
Val
Rami's been
will turn-
hanging out with you guys on deck. You and Rami got a little bit of sleep, so you got some rest. So she's hanging out on deck, and she's like, "I'll stick around and help with the crew interviews." Shut up. I'll stick around and help with the crew interviews. Maybe we can find some actual experienced engineers to add to the crew.
That would be lovely.
I know the dwarfs are coming, but I don't think they're going to stay. And if we survive all this, we do have to think of the future.
Yeah, once we get to Kyrell, the dwarves are probably gonna stay there.
I
Do you
mean,
Need dungeoneers.
engineers?
engineers.
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 Engineer.
No.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I was fucking die for
Rami, do you have any knowledge on identifying magical objects by any chance?
Do artificers get that spell? I think they do.
Yes.
I think they
They
do
most
get it
definitely
identified.
should.
She's like,
It's
Rob-
gonna turn red and tell us that it's gonna kill all of us.
Rami says, yeah, no, I can definitely do that.
It's a sword
Oh,
of cake
save us a
cutting.
trip. Thank you.
There is the sword that Lex Lex won that we know nothing about.
Yeah, the
last-
yellow squish nose guy.
The last weapon that Lex was given was cursed and tried to kill Utopia. Not of her own volition. There was the curse taking
No,
her over.
I
But,
understand,
you know,
and I forgive her.
we-
I just don't want to be stabbed this time. If it
We
happens
don't
Just
again.
don't
want
to be sad. this
Any
time.
of us to be stabbed.
Yes, yes. I don't want to hold that. I don't want to hold another thing like that over Lex's head. In the off chance I need to,
You can't hold anything over her head. She's a much better climber.
I can walk on ceilings. Watch me.
She's
Well,
a
she's also-
cat.
He's also taller
She's a
than you,
damn-
Drake. There's also that.
I just love.
Yes, and I can stand upside down. What of it?
Oh,
That
this
means
is
I
my
can
crew.
rip you
This
off.
is my crew. This is my crew. This is my ship. This is my crew. This is my ship.
Yes, and fortunately for you, some of your
Oh,
crew
sorry.
actually know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Sure they do.
I don't know what we're doing.
I've learned that I don't have to know what I'm doing as long as I have money.
We're learning on the job.
As long as I don't have, as long as I
Whenever you have
money.
a chance,
Oh,
whenever
I
you have
should
a
get
chance,
money
if you could
then.
identify.
Oh
the
wait,
blade,
well,
that would be
my money is yours,
fantastic.
Kelly. If
Oh,
you need-
okay.
If you need any, you just ask me, and then I have to ask Camille or Val.
We don't need two of them, Val. Please do something. Stop this.
Do something. Tell your daughter to shut up
Somebody
right
do
now.
something. Let's not give away all of our money right now. That's a lot.
Kelly,
Look to
do
solve
not
your own
give
problems
away my-
before you use your money to solve them.
Do not give away money. I should have started taking notes way earlier.
See, Val, this is
I
what I
love
had to
us.
deal with before I met all of you.
We love all of this. We love all of you, and this is going to be great. This is going to go
It's
wonderful.
gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna go wonderful.
They totally
It's
know
gonna-
what they're doing.
It's gonna be the
clearly.
best. It's gonna be the best. I'm gonna be giving bardic inspiration to all of these lovely people until we die. It's gonna be
Do
great.
you
Until we
want
die.
me to take care of the interviews?
You are definitely welcome to help.
Will do.
Callie,
All right. So
Yeah.
Drake is gonna help you with the interviews. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This is Robbie,
Reverse
by the way.
that. Reverse that.
The Dungeoneers.
The engineers.
The Engineers.
The
it's
engineers.
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 We could also
with
use
an
some more
N, not
tops
a-
people.
Or house people?
Tops.
Tops people.
we need more
Okay.
tops.
Yeah, since Lex is regrettably indisposed.
Lex is. Oh,
I feel like this party could use more tops.
Yes, this party could use more tops.
Are we talking like soft tops or are we talking like Beyblades?
Oh, good lord.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Why
Oh, that,
would you like this?
that image
Let her rip.
to shreds, you say.
Shreds,
Shreds, you
say.
say.
Shreds, you say.
I
Ladies and
feel like after
gentlemen,
the whole week
we would
conundrum.
apologize, but we regret nothing.
we're here all week.
Regret Shit.
We're
Okay.
here tonight.
Live every
We're
day
this way
like
on
it's your
purpose.
last, because someday you'll tell a joke so bad you die.
God, that'd be the best way to go out.
With some
Vicious mockery yourself.
Vicious mockery.
Live life
yourself.
like you're gonna die because you're gonna.
But
Everybody's going there.
Rami says, actually, since what we're doing is interviews and stuff like that, I can just cast the spell, and I can see what it is now.
That'd be great.
Okay, so she looks and she basically spends a few moments. She casts a spell, identify. She actually pulls out like something that if you were to be in the modern era and have to seen this, you would sure it was an old tricorder.
Oh,
And she
Dope.
pulls it out and she starts, hitting some crystals in the front of it, and then she holds it and she like waves it over the sword real quick. And she pulls it up. So he never hit you with this?
Lex isn't there.
but yeah.
No,
Lex-
did
no,
he ever hit
Lex-
Lex with this?
We don't remember her getting hit at all.
I don't think you
No.
did get hit, did you?
No, he had to pull a bunch of other shit. No.
And Lex
Yeah,
says,
no.
it's very good that Lex did not get hit with this.
Oh.
Why?
God.
What the hell is it?
It's an ethereal sword of soul rending.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Is it cursed?
No. It's
thank God.
just evil as shit.
Okay. All right. Well,
Hold on. Soul
Like,
rending?
Yes.
Go on. Explain.
So the sword has the ability I'm gonna read it out mechanically. It is a great sword, +2. It is ethereal itself, which means at any point you may spend a bonus action to make the sword ethereal. What that does is the sword cannot be stopped by anything physical. So you can put the sword through walls, you can put the sword through anything except lead. Okay? So the sword can go through anything. You can do that at any time as a bonus action. And it basically, if you're like out of combat, it lasts a full minute. If you're in combat, it lasts 10 minutes. If you're in combat, it only lasts 1 minute. But that's in combat, that's forever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the sword can be ethereal. It can also be made unethereal with a bonus action. If it hits, it is a +2 sword, which means it's +2 to damage, +2 to attack. It does do standard greatsword damage, which is 2d6. If it hits and you score a critical hit, the victim must make a DC save against a DC Wisdom save against a DC of 17, and if he fails the DC, his silver thread, without him leaving his body, is severed. Which means it's almost as if the sword forces him into astral projection and then cuts the silver thread.
Okay, we must stay away from the sword. or make sure that we're not hit by a sword like that ever.
Remember when I was talking about less than a week ago about something like a 9 live steal and help deal with some of these entities?
Remember, getting your silver thread cut does not kill you. It does not kill the body, and it does not kill the spirit. Only thing getting your silver thread cut does is you are trapped in the ethereal plane and you cannot find your body. So if no one can find you, your body will starve to death. It is like a horrific fate.
It's basically the Insidious movies. You get stuck in the further.
But would my mushrooms take over my body?
Probably.
Probably.
Would I self-Timmy?
I
You
would
probably. You wouldn't self-Timmy. You would self-garden.
We have
This
this-
seems
there's
really,
three
really
of
quick.
us.
We got it with like in the sheath, right? It's not just like a loose fucking sword.
It has to be an attack roll with a natural 20. It doesn't happen any other way.
Oh no, we got it like sheathed.
Yes.
Right? It's not just like a loose fucking okay.
No.
Well,
It'd be my luck. I would carry it somewhere tripped.
Oh, and
not,
it
like-
is a silvered blade, which has all the effects of a silvered blade, which means lycanthropes or anything that takes damage only from silvered weapons takes damage normal from it. It is a magic blade because it's a +2 blade, and it does do standard damage which is 2d6. The biggest scariest thing about this fucking sword is the quality of soul rending.
Well, yeah.
Remember less than a week ago when I was saying a weapon like a 9 live stealer could be really useful to dealing with some of these invaders who are using the
Yeah.
astral plane to jump into our realm?
Yes.
I don't think we need a 9 live stealer anymore.
No, we're sure we don't.
I mean, another one could help.
The
I thought we
difference.
wanted it for a different reason.
The thing about the 9 live stealer is inevitably, if you do the killing blow with a 9 live stealer, it draws the soul.
yeah.
But this sword only does this on a natural 20.
So it's like,
Yeah.
so if we can't get our hands on a 9 live stealer, it's a substitute.
It's a pretty damn good substitute, we'd say. Okay. Well, we do know that this was won by Lex, and that the elf in question seemed to have designs on possibly winning it back if they can find us. So
Mhm. Can I be frank?
Can I
Uh,
be Stacy then?
No, you're Drake.
it's a figure. It's a
Figure of
figure of
speech.
speech.
Oh,
It's a
I
figure
know
of
that it
speech.
is. I just
I thought we were playing a game.
We know.
it's fun.
Damn it, Utopia.
It's just funny.
It is
It's
funny.
funny.
If I see an individual from another plane coming for that weapon, knowing what we do now, I'm shooting them in the face Nose or no nose? I don't care.
Nose or no nose?
Nose or
You
no
know,
nose.
we cannot be upset with that. Let's go give this back to Lex now that we know what this is.
I don't
Um,
exactly think Lex is in the receiving. Well, at least not in that sense, receiving.
Blah, 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 blah.
Let's leave it next to Lex so that
Yes,
Lex knows that they have it.
I'll write them a note. Leave it on the sheath for
Thank you.
whenever they wake up. Hopefully not soon. I'll be very upset if they wake up too soon.
Ah. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with these so that we can get all of this business taken care of and then figure out to do with the rest of the evening. They're probably still going to be doing repairs up until tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and prepare for these interviews. This should be fun, right? Fun.
Yeah. Very fun. Very
You've
exciting.
never done this before, have you?
For any
No,
Pirates of the
we haven't.
Caribbean fans,
Oh, dear. Just follow my lead. I've done this before.
this is the recruitment
you
for
have.
the fucking paying back Davy Jones.
I'm so here for this.
There's
I
gonna be
prepared
so
much
questions.
Ask Grandpa. It's like, oh, have you ever sailed before? No, but I just want to get out before I die.
And then
Mr.
someone
Cotton's
that
parrot.
knows is going to show up.
Same question.
He's got the spirit.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we take some old dude and they croak before we make it anywhere, we can keep him
Timmy.
As a Timmy,
as a
Timmy.
Timmy.
they have to sign a
As
consent
a
sheet that
Every-
if you, they have to
everybody.
sign- that is
That's
the
one of, that's one of
in
my
addition,
questions.
The contract
about
has a
reanimation?
clause that you have to sign.
Yeah.
Lets us
Val will draw up contracts.
You
But at
handle
the
the legal
end-
side, I'll handle the interviews.
At the end, someone shows up that Drake knows, and he just looks around and then he goes, "Hide the rum."
No. You just notice and recognize them. Goes from
And we're off.
normal face to fuck.
Val stands in front. Hi, I'm the captain. It's good to meet you.
I need to get out of here.
So
I need
you
to
guys,
know.
you guys are so it's gonna be, if I remember correctly, it's gonna be Drake, Callie, and Rami doing the interviews.
Yeah, and Val's drawing up all the legal contracts and stuff.
Okay. Val's now a lawyer. so
I mean, every
versatile.
bard.
Val is
should
the brain
go-
cell.
Yeah, every bard should go to law school for like a term.
a term.
Yeah.
Hey, Val's
You
not
said
the only brain
contract.
cell. I got an intelligence of 14.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's not the same thing.
No, it's not the same as like being the brain cell.
I just use mine for more devious means.
Yeah, that's why you're
All
not the
the
brain
excuses
cell.
you want. You're part of the intelligence as a dump stat.
Since when? A bunch of my skills are intelligence based.
And since you decided to be a Karen, you got demoted.
Since you washed your hair,
Since
you
you
washed the
washed
brain
your
cell
hair.
away.
Since you became an actual blonde.
Oh,
Oh no.
Which means I can be evil, right, Milagros?
Don't worry, Utopia will dye your hair in your sleep.
No. No. Hell no.
Purple, like
That's
your
what
eyes.
you say.
Camille's like,
And besides,
we could
with the
just go
plus
down to the
15 in
gear room
persuasion-
and get a bucket of grease and like just dip his head in it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh
Why
no,
would
you're
And then I
gonna
can
pull
press
emo.
the head that away later on.
we have
Oh
to make
god,
sure
you're
we
gonna
use-
make him go full
like-
emo. How
Yes.
dare you?
We need used grease though, because fresh grease just looks like peanut butter.
That's
Okay,
true.
Yeah, we
That's
need
true.
used grease
Got a
so,
point.
so he can have his emo face.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Just saying, with a plus 15 in persuasion, Val can write up some pretty dope looking contracts.
Yeah, baby.
I
Nice.
thought that
Put
was
the
going to be
timification in
Falcon
very
Anyway.
small writing.
I know. The
Timification.
timification clause is
He
just
reserves
at the
to-
bottom.
Upon the event of your death, we reserve to right to dispose or not dispose of your body as we see fit.
Not disposes in 10 points.
To dispose or continue to use.
Yeah, in much smaller print. In the intent that we do not dispose of the body. You're signing this contract, gives us the consent required to timify your body.
We
You're not
reduce,
asked what
reuse,
timification
and
is.
recycle.
Exactly.
We're very eco-conscious.
Very,
We are
very
an eco-friendly
eco-friendly.
ship.
Also, timification is now a legal term since Val's putting it in a
Timification is a legal term
contract.
Yes.
I
If
love
you don't like
this.
it, get in the comments. But don't get in the comments because it sticks anyway.
You don't write
What
the
would
lore,
you-
we do.
We do.
Ray tried, but said
Yeah.
we existed.
Hey, I love this whole concept of creating a world and everything like that. And I created a superstructure and a little bit of definition, and you guys have been like just flying through it and filling it out as we go along, and it's been great. So because
You
like
gave us a sand pile, and we have ant tunneled through it.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and very, very, very successfully created the entire BDSM community that will now inhabit this world.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
what a friend school.
It's weird that I have 2 nickels. Actually, wait, refresh. Sam, it's weird that we both have 2 nickels.
Right?
Oh, and in answer to Mrs. Dagshow's question
Wait,
about the
2?
sword, she was asking how you know what plane they come from. It doesn't matter. They get trapped in the ethereal plane. So it doesn't
but
matter what
It's
tra-
not
what
a-
killing other
it's
people's
not a,
too.
like a banish
yeah,
thing.
it doesn't matter what plane they were originally Denzians of. When you cut the silver cord, you cut off their access to their body and if they have a soul, the soul is in the ethereal plane.
And
What
it's,
happens if they don't have a soul?
I would think that they would function a lot like the banishment spell in that case, because
Go away and don't come
because
back.
it just bops them out. But because a lot of these creatures, they now have footholds in this dimension. When they get bopped out, they could be just teleported back to headquarters.
And that's a spell we have.
All right, so let's do this. Let's take our 10-minute break right now, and we will go ahead and say we will be back in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and we hope you've been enjoying Kingdoms of Mist, the horniest show on the internet. We will be back in
Damn
around
right.
10 minutes as we get our drinks and we fan ourselves down, and maybe go molest our
ourselves back up.
significant others real quick, because things get exciting sometimes.
I
I
please.
forgot that was on the table.
I'm not waking them up. I'm not going to get slapped.
Please.
Well,
And I like to live dangerously, but I'm not stupid.
Well, I just
Man.
thought that would be foreplay, so there you go.
Damn.
oh, Liz's face.
All right, guys, we'll see you in 10
Thank you
minutes.
so much.
Maybe not Sam, but the rest of you will see you in 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you so much for allowing us to take that wee little bit longer than 10-minute break. But we really appreciate it because I got an apple and some grapes, and I got my tea in my the only thing that can quench my thirst is the tears of my players. Cry for me cup. It's beautiful and amazing, and I love it.
It's great.
So
Cry for me.
who's actually going to try and get sleep? I know Callie is staying up, Brake's staying up. You're staying up, Val, right? But you're just not going to be helping with the interviews because you're taking care of the contracts and everything like that. What would be a good role for writing a contract?
I think Utopia is going to write Lex the note and then try to get some sleep.
Utopia is going to write Lex a note?
Yeah, about what the sword is.
Oh, okay. I assume that anyone who was there would be able to tell her. Rami is actually going to stick around and help with the interviews in case there's anything technical that needs to be asked that, you know, is beyond Drake, because Drake's like mainly a topman. So Rami's going to stick around for the interviews as well. You know, not really holding out a shit ton of hope that we're going to get an engineer out of just off the dock interviews, but you know, can always hope for that. You guys kind of set up a little table on deck, and Evan comes up and he's like, he's kind of like painted a piece of wood that says "now hiring" and put it on a little stick with a cross base, and he goes down to the end of the gangplank and he puts it on the dock. And it says interviews immediately. So as you guys are sitting there, you see the moment that Evan comes down, he actually waves over to a couple of people who are just kind of sitting on some cargo crates across the way, and they look like they're playing dice together. They hop down off the crates and they come walking over up the gangplank, and they come walking up to the table, and they nod to all of you as like, I've never quite seen this many people to just interview sailors. Is there something we should know?
Just to make sure we've got all bases covered is all.
We're filling our missing positions.
Okay, well, we hope that we can help. My name's Bartholomew. This is my brother Regis. They're humans, by the way. He says, unfortunately, Regis is mute. He says, but he and I have since childhood have developed a sign language that we speak together. And we tend to work as a team. We're both topmen. He says, are you looking for more people to run the masts?
Out of character, are we?
I don't know.
Because of all the injuries you've had, you are...
Yes.
Because remember, topmen get knocked out of the tops, and that's bad.
Yeah,
It's like,
real bad.
we are indeed.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only ever been on one of those like historical like recreation ships in Boston that they have sometimes.
Mhm.
I don't know how ships work at all.
You know where the
Topmen are
sails
like
go up?
bosun's mates. They know
The
a lot
sails
about everything.
open and then they close.
Well, they don't close automatically. Someone has to pull them
No,
up.
Yeah.
like someone has to like close them, but like
Yeah,
Burr,
someone's working the
Burr.
lines.
that's all I got.
We don't have magic for that?
Nope.
And in this case, they're wires, literal wires.
Remember,
Okay.
they try and conserve the use of magic because the ship, when it's in the ether, it has a lot of energy, but it's still, the energy goes through the battery system. So they try and conserve energy because if any time they get cut off, like if they lose a mast and they stop collecting as much energy, then they're running more heavily off the batteries. So the more things that they run magically, the more things run off the batteries.
It's like a submarine.
I did not know that it's like a submarine, but I'll trust Sam on anything that involves
Okay.
being
I don't want to
bombed.
be in a submarine,
So-
guys. I don't want to
so-
be in a submarine.
Context. Subs can run on the surface,
Mhm.
but for them to run, but when they go underwater, most of them actually run on battery because you have to have some place to vent, like steam turbines or even nuclear turbines. You have to have a place to vent it. You can't exactly do that underwater.
You can,
So
but
they
you need a blower.
go, they run topside to charge their batteries and then go under.
So
So subs go down is what you're telling me.
Of course they do.
and Sam's
Wonderful,
familiar with
wonderful.
bottoms. So there you go.
Yeah, Sam is very familiar with subs. Okay.
Have you seen my ass? Of course I know bottoms.
What he's
It's a
saying,
bakery.
ladies and gentlemen, is it's all day. It's all day with Sam.
He owns a mirror. He knows what a sub looks like.
Bitch, I'm a switch. Play, but switch.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I have no control over some of the things I say. You all just got to deal with it.
We would never ask you to.
Never. Never, not in a million fucking years.
Nah.
So, you guys are getting, but they look around and they say, if you are looking for topsmen, it says, my brother and I have worked on several large ships, mainly transports, mainly cargos. Is that neither one of us has done military service. We managed to avoid the Latrian conscriptions. And said, so if you're looking for it, we can provide you with a veteran set of hands.
That would be useful. This isn't exactly a pleasure cruise, though. We are going to
No.
be in some very dangerous positions.
We understand. It says, unfortunately, we have, and it looks like he's like straining to say have. It says, we have family on Cairo. And we want to get back. We know that they survived, that they are alive, and they're in the capital. But it's very hard to get communications back and forth. And if there is time, we would like shore leave when we get to Cairo to try and contact them.
That is very possible.
Yeah, we can definitely help with that.
And then we're not looking, and hopefully, if the working relationship is well as well, we won't be looking to leave, because we are looking for long-term employment, barring that there's still a world to work in.
I see. And what do you think would make you a good addition to our team?
I just described all of our skills.
They're
Mhm,
good, Callie.
mhm.
They've got the qualifications.
What are your thoughts on resurrection?
We're not doing
Do
this.
you provide
please.
resurrection?
Or reanimation? It depends on how fast we get to you.
What's a reanimation?
Everything will be in the paperwork.
It's
Callie?
discount resurrection. It's diet resurrection.
You're not there, Milagros.
I know.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm not putting on the voice. This is a long run.
Diet resurrection.
Diet resurrection.
It's resurrection
It's gonna
light.
all be in. It's all in the paperwork with all the benefit packages.
That's
There's a
so
benefit
fucking
package?
ominous.
Look at the benefits. Do you hear that? We have benefits.
Yes.
The benefit is that if you die, you become a Timmy.
We covered too.
We're very eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly. We recycle crew.
We
Recycle.
Recycle everything.
We reuse.
Recycle.
Our ship culture is very nice. You know, there's just the food, and you know, you don't get simple rations. You get actual meals. It's gonna be great. You get a loving, caring team to work. This
And
is
then
Sphinx.
there's
This
what?
isn't Val. But Val's like finishing up the paperwork, and is like, "Yeah, it's all here in the benefits package. Just want to take a look at it, and if you find that amenable, sign here, 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 and here, and welcome to the crew."
And he looks at it and he's like, "That's a lot of words."
We have to
To make
cover
sure
all
we
of our
out-
bases.
He's like,
We have great health care.
"What's that?" He says, "What's a base? What, a military base? You're covering this? I know that this is kind of a military ship, but are you guarding the
far from
bases?"
Far from it. Time of speaking. Us more.
All right. So we just make our mark here.
Right.
We kind of
Here, here, and here,
why do we have to sign 3
And then-
times?
and initial here.
What's an initial?
It's just
The
letters.
first and last letters of the first and last digits of your name.
Bartholomew only has the first letter. I mean, the last. There's no. Did you want the B in the end?
And then your family name.
Just make your mark there.
Okay.
Yes, whatever your mark is, just there.
He just writes
those
Bartholomew.
places.
His brother writes.
He's
Alright,
gonna
just-
set up the psychic link between those who are there. So the only people who would be excluded in this very moment would be Lex and
And Utopia.
Utopia, because they are not there. So it would be currently Drake, Val, Rami, and Callie. It's like, Val, can you just super simplify it to a single one?
Val
Fine.
never gets
Just
the right
making sure that all of
contracts.
we're just trying to make sure that all of our bases are covered. We want to do this right.
I know,
All of
but
our
many,
military
unfortunately, many of those who spend their life at sea don't even make it to the colleges.
I didn't go to
There.
college.
Fine. And Val will draw up new, simpler contracts.
Fine.
He'll keep the more complicated ones for the engineers.
There you go. The ones
There
who
we
can
go.
The ones who can, so there forms a decent number of people who are coming up on deck. Going through the interviews, you get a number of people who are definitely definitely and obviously looking for a quick way out of town. And those are you going to employ those type of men, or are you going to let them walk?
We're gonna do
We'd say
insight into them to see like how many of them are actually skilled enough that he feels that are,
Yeah.
they're actually gonna be able to do their job properly. They're not
a few
going
of them,
to be.
A few of them are definitely sailors. They definitely have experience. They're able to answer questions honestly, with actual correct knowledge of what to do. Like they know knots. They know the actual workings of an airship. They know what they need to do, but they basically are very anxious to know how soon you leave.
She's also going to be like, especially with those like, all right, let's test this theory. He is going to be very, very, not necessarily direct, but very forthcoming about the kind of dangers they are going to be facing and exactly where they are going. So for those who are just looking for a way out, or it's like, oh, these people are going to someplace worse.
This is why we ask people about resurrection and or reanimation.
This is why there's a benefits package.
Because death is always looming overhead.
Greater restoration restores limbs.
It does.
It's true.
So, if you choose to go with some of the more risky people, you can get a dozen sailors. And a dozen sailors and 4 total topmen. And 1 engineer, actually, who is one of the guys who is like, he is a, here's a good one. He is a lizardman. But he can, when he and Ethan start talking, and Drake, you understand what he's talking about as well. He begins talking about the finer aesthetics of tall ship design, and he is absolutely passionate about it. He loves it. But you overhear him telling Ethan that he has had a very long string of bad luck at the casinos, and he is in debt up to his eyeballs, and he's looking to get away from this city before they come for his skins.
How much debt are you in exactly?
He kind of looks around. He says, "Well, I don't want to make you think that I'm a lot."
Yeah, but a lot to him and a lot to us are
I know.
two different things.
I
So,
know.
like, how much are we talking about it?
What would the rough ballpark?
Enough to where some people would probably think it's worth killing me.
I'm like,
that's
two of those, that
quite
doesn't
hell,
merit.
because
That
to
doesn't
be
merit
honest,
that.
there are tiers of that we have found in our travels.
I owe 300 gold to various casinos.
That's
Oh.
fucking nothing for us.
Milagros,
Oh.
don't say these things out loud.
She's not
Don't
there.
worry, Milagros
Utopia
is not there.
Utopia
Milagros
isn't here.
Utopia is not even
Milagros is here. Milagros says that's fucking nothing, buddy. How much we get you if we pay off the debts? Like, we get him permanently. Like,
Slavery's not
What's-
legal in this world.
I dropped 2 platinum bars so my friend could get coochie this morning.
Well, here's the way I see it.
No, you dropped 2 platinum bars for services rendered.
Yeah,
If you're
Exactly.
if you're joining this crew in a very dangerous situation so that you can pay that off, and that's what they believe, then there's no issue.
Agreed.
He says, if you're leaving as soon as possible, then I'm all for joining.
Tomorrow morning.
I prefer right now, but tomorrow morning we'll have to do. Is there a lot of work that needs to be done down in the hold out of sight?
Plenty.
Good, I'll go
Rami?
look at that.
Take your benefits package, the contracts here, and here. Thank you.
He literally just signs his name on the paper, not even in the right place, and throws the contract back over his shoulder.
That counts, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's fine. It matters.
So over the course of, like I said, a couple of hours to get through this. But then there's no more people coming up the gangplank, and it's getting pretty late.
Well, I think that settles that for the time being. I doubt we'll have more in the morning before we leave. No, we really have time with preparations.
Indeed. Well, this was productive.
And as an added benefit, I have seen no one so far that I used to work with, though considering our current situation,
That really
I
terrifies
much would
me,
have
doesn't it?
preferred it. Oddly, no. And considering the situation we were in, having any of the men or women I've sailed with in the past would actually have been a relief. Maybe they may not have been as stressful or dangerous situations as this, but still up there.
As you guys
See,
are talking,
you
you know,
say that now.
you're putting away everything. You know, Val's packing up, rolling up the contracts that he had signed. You hear steps coming up the gangplank.
You jinxed it. You jinxed
Did
it.
you in fact speak too early?
You jinxed
And you see a man coming up, and he is in priest robes.
it. It's the breeze.
Yes, the bootlicker.
The
No.
boot
Drake, you just see Drake's eyes go Norfolk too.
And he comes walking up. He's got he's got like a rucksack thrown over one shoulder. He's in very simple homespun robes. He has got a amulet of the Night Mother around his neck. He comes walking up, and he says, "Hope I'm not too late."
You'd be the last one. Your name, sir?
He says, "Drake knows me."
Really? It's and I seen the look on Drake's face. Oh,
You just mentally just
Okay.
don't say shit.
What are your special skills?
I fucking love her.
He says, "I was sent by the Night Mother.
That's a good one.
I was sent by the Night Mother to learn at the feet of her acolyte."
Okay, we'll have to try to find one. But that's good. That's a good point.
Callie,
What?
Callie, and Val's just going to point to Drake.
Oh yeah, look, we found one.
Drake just has the most blank face, and in the mind, like it's like, what did I just say?
I didn't say anything except I didn't say anything. I just pointed. There's pointing. Pointing happened, not saying. Pointing.
It's very important semantic.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
You did say nothing about pointing.
"Is after you and I finish talking, of course, I have had a lot to deal with, and I took it up in prayer, and instead of the Miss Mother answering me, the Night Mother came to me, and she said that if I truly wanted to try and make up for my past deeds, and I truly wanted to try and help in this situation, that I should come to you, and that you would show me a new path to walk in her service."
Val just looks
mentally-
right over at Drake. Wow.
Like,
And in
he's
the mental
keeping
chat,
a blank. He's keeping a
wow.
blank face, but just mentally, it's like I am the wrong person for that.
Clearly, someone thinks otherwise.
Apparently,
And also, wow, devotion, we say.
shut up.
Devotion.
Shut.
Do we have devotee on the titles?
Devotee.
Gotta add that.
Yeah, no, that's one of the first. Well, we don't have devotee. We have him as like brother Drake, but we have him as the shadow of the Night Mother, not devotee.
Okay.
which I think sounds sick. Okay, Sam.
Yeah, no,
It's a
that's,
sick ass.
I'll give you
That's a
that
sick
one.
ass
That's a
epithet.
really good
Okay,
one.
like come on,
I'll give you that one.
like
Well,
And he
we're
says-
certain that the Shadow of the Night Mother would be more than welcome to have you on.
He says, he kind of nods. He says, I will do everything that I can to aid the ship on its course. And I will do everything that I can to learn all I can from
Awesome.
Drake.
Here are the contracts. Benefits package is listed on the next page. Just sign right there at the bottom or anywhere on the page. Really doesn't really matter. But yes, welcome to the crew.
He looks at the paperwork. He kind of like flips the pages. He signs on all the blanks. And he rolls it up and hands it back to you. He goes,
Excellent.
I'll go find a berth.
As you were. And then the moment that the gentleman like walks downstairs, just huge grin and just well. How does it feel to be someone's hero, Drake?
Horrible choice, really.
Clearly not. Someone out there, you and we both know who, has decided otherwise.
I'm very well. Was that one line? It's like, I am aware of the council's decision, but seeing as the super's
I've
decision,
elected
I
to
should
ignore
not
it.
do it.
I don't think she'll let you.
She's not
True.
going to let you ignore that.
Like-
And Val will pull out his lute and will begin like.
If you make a fucking song about this,
I mean, every hero deserves a song.
Every hero deserves a song, and also we need hymns. So get on the hymns.
no, we are
Oh,
not
right.
making this a religious thing.
Yeah, we need.
We are not
hymns.
making this a religious
We need
thing.
scripture.
It's too late.
We're not the ones who made this a religious.
Evan
thing.
comes walking
it's
up.
Clearly, already.
We're not
a
going to do
religious
special haircuts or anything, are we? Because I don't look good with a shaved head.
No,
I don't. I've never cut my
gods,
hair.
no.
No.
All right. He's like, all right, well, I just figured if we're all making a cult or something,
No, absolutely
no,
no.
no cult. No cult.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I mean, maybe in
I've
place of
always wanted to be
haircuts,
in a
I can
cult.
just grow mushrooms out of people's heads.
I don't think it's
Save
very
that
healthy
for the
to grow
Timmy.
mushrooms out of people's
Oh my
heads.
God, everyone can have a little
Not
mushroom
unhealthy.
head. And that's how you know.
Maybe save the mushrooms out of other people's heads for the Timmys, Callie.
That's fair. Okay.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to do just
Now
to
we
deal
have
with the
and I
situation.
holds up all of the contract, and now we have consent.
All I'm going to say is this.
Written
I'm just
consent
going to
get
approach this situation as I have approached all the others. By just going about my day as if it's not there.
I don't think
You're
it's
gonna
gonna
have
work.
find that be difficult when you have an acolyte.
You do have an echo.
Just saying. Something
I
to
have yet-
consider.
But then I really hope these acolytes can walk up walls because they're going to have a very hard time keeping up.
What if
Evan kind of looks at you. It's like, there's not very many actual walls on a ship. I'm just saying.
Does
Thank you,
no
Evan.
one get analogies around here?
Yeah, I know,
Someone
but
would
Poetic
I get a
licenses
pay
are
raise?
weird on the ship.
I know, but being the straight man in this situation is much funnier than anything you did.
It really is.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of confined quarters. I think even if you were on the ceiling, you'd still be like face level with people on the floor.
Callie has a point.
It seems only like 6 to 8 feet at most,
Yeah.
except for down in the hold.
Okay, maybe not head height, but you'd be of a height.
Of a
It'd be
height.
of interesting. of
Of
a
a
head.
head, indeed.
So you guys, are you guys gonna go get some rest now since you've taken
Oh
care
yeah,
of this?
absolutely.
100%. It's like
All
rest
right.
up. We got a long morning. Got to make sure the ship's all ready to roll.
Okay.
I go in.
So,
I go to the captain's quarters. Is Lex still knocked the fuck out?
would you like to describe how Lex is currently sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah. You get there, and Lex is on the spare bed. Lex has somehow almost twisted herself in half. So like the upper half is facing one way, the legs are basically like almost in another direction. There's one arm behind the head. There's an arm hanging off. One knee is up. The other leg is like hanging out on the ground.
I like I gestured.
Yes, and
gestured. I gestured around me to come and see this.
Rami comes in and is like, you ever see when a cat falls asleep in a beam of sun that they weren't expecting to fall asleep in?
Uh-huh.
That's what this reminds me of.
Same. I didn't think a humanoid could make that shape.
Should we put it back?
Probably safest not to. Probably.
Do not
No.
startle the barbarian out of sleep.
But the spinal
Yeah.
column is just so twisted.
Lex had worse during the 20 hours. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we're sure that Lex endured something like this during their night.
Lex has a new problem. Lex now has PESD, post ecstatic stress disorder.
Nice. Love it. Like
An ear twitches for a minute and then falls back.
and then Val turns to Rami. So, our room or yours?
She's still looking at us like, I always wonder why captain's rooms only have little beds. It's very weird.
Well, yeah, we don't quite understand that either.
It says, don't look at me. I've got a hammock. How
Our
about
room it is.
I was gonna say, how about you sleep here and I'll go sleep in my room? Well, there's not enough room. This is a ship, not a romance cruise.
Fair enough.
Anything can be a romance cruise if you try hard enough.
I mean,
Somehow
tight
I hear
quarters should
Lex's
be
voice in my head.
That was your
Room.
conflict.
We're not even connected to her at the moment. That's weird.
Her spine isn't connected to her at the moment.
That's fair.
Our spine be jelly.
Yeah, Lex is doing the cat thing of being a fluid.
Yeah.
Literally.
So you guys crash out. Everyone gets a long rest. So you can restore all spell slots used. You can restore anything that anything that requires a long rest to reactivate is reactivated.
Huzzah.
The morning comes and you are woken up. Val, you're woken up by the Night's Watch coming in, and they basically the captain of the Night Watch comes in and says, "All right, Captain, Night Watch is reserving off." He says, "Day Watch is on, and everyone is anxious to know when we're going to be setting sail."
Soon. What time is it?
Just after dawn.
Very soon.
Drake is probably already up, mustering everyone, getting everyone in position, doing preps.
And Val will reach out psychically to Drake. Drake, what's our status?
Preparations are already underway. Just doing last little checks. Good to see you finally awake.
Yeah, needed that. Estimated time of departure.
We can be sails up in 20.
Good to know. Make it so. And then turns to the captain of the Night Watch. We'll be shipping out in about 20.
All right. He says, "I'll let the Day Watch know so they can start making preparations, and we'll start getting everything shipshape. And I'll keep the Night's Watch on reserve since we're going to be leaving port, and we will crash out once we're safely underway."
Sounds good. Make it so.
He nods and walks off. So you guys are doing your best to get everything running as smoothly as possible. It's still chaos because there's a lot of new crew. They're different. The different commands of the different decks, like the gun deck, the engineering deck, everything like that. The topsman, everything like that. They're all basically coming in and they're basically checking in with you guys. They're rounding up their new people. They're getting everything set up for a very quick launch. As you guys are getting ready to tie off, or start getting ready to untie, I should say, you see that there is an air car that's coming in and is about to land on the deck.
Hang on, hold, and I will shout to whoever it is that's getting ready to untie. Hold. You got incoming.
Okay. He says, there's you hear the order being passed on. So as the ship comes in, you see that it is a very heavily ornamented ship, and it has the seal of High King David on the side of it. It basically comes in, lands on the deck. The door opens up, and you remember that the seneschal who was talking to you after High King David kind of walked you into pretended to be a servant and walked you into the throne room. The seneschal gets out of the car, and he comes walking over to you guys, and he says, he comes walking over to you, Val, and he said, the High King wishes me to come and personally give you his well wishes for a safe journey, and to let you know that he has put some extra reserves in your hold should you need this type of accoutrements. It says, since you're not carrying much cargo, he figured you could take this fairly well and not have to worry about weight or anything.
And Val kind of furrows his brow. Extra reserves.
Yes, it's something that used to be very prominent, but has phased out in popularity with a lot of the modern changes to ships. But it used to be some of our favorites back in the day when we were still on the high seas.
He's linking Drake into this conversation so that Drake can hear as well.
He's probably barking orders, and then suddenly hears a call. It's like, Captain, is there an issue with the person on deck?
Extra reserves are in the hold.
Define extra reserves.
By King David's orders.
Not orders, it's a gift.
Or gifts.
Oh wait, did you say
well,
that
this is all
loud?
in the mental chat.
Yeah, sorry.
This is the mental
Never mind. Yeah, I was.
And
gifts.
We're getting that information now. When you say something that was popular before and is no longer popular, can you be a bit more?
Well, I didn't
specific?
say no longer popular. I said no longer as popular.
Or as popular.
Yes.
Our apologies.
Well,
What exactly is this this
just
gift which we are pleased to receive?
The
from
reason
his
it's
grace?
not as popular is because, unlike what you now utilize, there is some risk involved in it. But unlike what you now utilize, which has basically limits, the only limit to this is it has limits on how many times you can fire it and how fast you can fire it, because of the recharge times. The only limit to this is how fast you can train a crew to load it. They're called cannon.
And Val is transmitting this word for word through the mind link.
It is.
I'll be right back. He's going to actually set up his own link, and he's going to link all the heads of decks.
Mhm.
So everyone is running everything, so we can have a better, more streamlined method of communication. And he's going below deck to check this out.
So remember how the ship's built. You have a gun deck on the main deck. You have a gun deck below that. Then you have the hold for the next 2 decks down, and the engineering wing is at the back of the ship. Okay.
Yep.
And at the prow of the ship, there is like the bilge and everything like that. So, but when you get down to the hold, there is enough actual or real live cannon, and it's basically 15-pound cannons. There's enough cannon here to take the main deck cannon deck, which doesn't have as many guns, and replace all the cannons on all or replace or add to all the existing cannons on the main deck with an equivalent standard cannon. Now, the bad thing is these take gunpowder, and gunpowder is explosive.
Yep.
But a kinetic weapon, technically, the shields on a ship might be able to be overloaded if you put enough kinetic force onto them, because the kinetic weapons
deal with the energy.
Yeah, and the kinetic weapons, the shields can deflect kinetic items, like debris that floats in space. But the bigger and the harder the item the shields hit, the less capacity it has to deal with it. So, like when the ship crashes into something physical, it will hit the shields first, which will slow the ship down, but then it'll basically overwhelm the shields because of the inertia of the ship behind it, and then the ship will just crash into whatever it's hitting. The cannons work on the same principle, just instead of that displayed over the entire shield, it comes into a impact zone about that big. So it does two things. Number one, if you use a standard cannon and fire onto a ship with shielding, you can possibly overwhelm the shielding. So if you stagger fire cannons with your standard force weapons, you might be able to actually get some hits through that will completely bypass the shields outright.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah?
These are old school, which is good. Combining these with our guns on the top deck. Ever seen a ship turn into Swiss cheese?
Very long time ago. Are you saying we'd be able to do that?
With the added risk of any bad shot hits on you could cause your entire ship to explode.
Well, we run the risk of powder stores getting hit, but we put it more near the center of the ship where it's less likely. Most ships have upgraded to using crystal energy weapons. Penetration isn't as scary as it used to be with these things.
And we're doing the math. That sounds very useful.
Not to mention, if we install 2 chase guns, use an enemy ship's forward momentum along with the cannons, it'll cut right through their shields. It'll work again. It'll turn their shields against them.
We like the sound of that. Make the adjustment.
And he'll reach out to the appropriate deckhands and let them know where the equipment is, where to get it set up.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are actually older crewmen, including your new acolyte, and he knows exactly what to do with cannon. And he quickly takes over getting everything set up. He begins building in the stop braces for the cannon on the deck. So basically when you fire the cannon, it just doesn't roll all the way across the deck. It hits a stop brace and just slams around. But yeah, he begins doing all the modifications of the deck. And after you see him going off, he comes up to you, but he's like, "Be a few hours, but the cannons will be ready."
Good.
And you see the cargo hold is open. You see the nets going down and bringing up case after case, and each case is like a cannon. And then the crew begins stacking up cannonballs into one of the rope lockers that they've emptied, so the cannonballs won't go rolling all across the deck. And they start bringing up barrels of gunpowder and tying them down in places on the deck.
And I will turn to the seneschal and go, "Thank you very much, and please give our thanks to His Grace. We're already in the process of setting everything up, making the
The
adjustments."
seneschal looks at you and says, "The High King is very invested in your safe completion of this mission. If there were anything more we could do, we would.
It is greatly appreciated. Your faith and your investment in us is greatly appreciated.
You're welcome. He says, "I'll let you get back to it." And he
Thank you.
walks back.
Please, once again, relay our thanks to His Grace.
He nods again. And he walks back to the car and gets in, and the sky car pulls off.
And Val will turn to everyone. All right, let's get this moving. Let's get on out of here. We've got places to go, people.
So the ship begins casting off. The small drive engines begin pushing it away. The tugboats come out and begin dragging you off and away from the actual the docks. Once they get you far enough out into the sky, you're allowed to get underway under your own power. The ship begins pulling away from the docks. You can see the entire city of Skysea built into the cliffs as the mists begin to envelop you up as you lift and go away from the planet. Very quickly, you can hear the hum as all the different devices on the ship come on. The environmental setup, which basically keeps air and basically maintains gravity on the ship for you. And the shields come up as soon as you go out of the atmosphere of the planet. Everything seems to be humming along perfectly. The ship is more whole than it has been since you first got it. You guys are the navigators laying in the course for the next extended trips. You have one short jump left, because I remember it said there was one short jump left in hyperspace, and then or hyperspace, but one short jump left at full speeds, and then you had to go back down to conventional engines speed, because you're going to have to do a lot of tacking and turning because of the debris and everything like that around. That's kind of surrounds Kyrell from when it was blown out of orbit. Sure. There's a pretty big debris field around the planet, so you have to do a lot of adjustments on the fly. But you guys take off, make the first jump, first the high speed jump, and it goes without a hitch. You guys come out of it, and in the distance you can see the bright star that is Kyrell. In between you and Kyrell, it looks like all those scenes you've seen of ships flying through the asteroid belts of Jupiter and Saturn. It looks like those scenes where you can see just like a plane of different sized stones just everywhere floating in space. And as you guys come in, the crew begins to instantly just go to work, maneuvering the ship, navigating the ship. It's going to take you 2 more days to navigate through this field, and then you will be at Kyrell. That's going to be 2 days of 24-hour watches with full crew, because anything could happen. These rocks often collide and they change position. They get destroyed. There's smaller debris fields. So the crew is going to be very tense for the next 2 days.
And to kind of and Val kind of gets that vibe, and as he's like walking the deck, he starts a shanty.
The men quickly take up work to the beat and tune of the shanty. Before long, whichever one you choose to do, everyone's picked up the words to it, and people are singing along to it as they do their work, as normally is for a crew. Doing work to a rhythm makes it much more easy to pace out and to actually, gives you more ability to concentrate on the motions because you're trying to match them to the beat. So the crew begins working along to the beat of the shanty. Even after you get done singing it, another sailor will take it up another one right afterwards. Usually it's the bosun or someone similar, and they just keep the crew moving. And as
it'll probably be Drake, knowing all the ones he's heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a way to give a rhythm to the workflow of the ship. It is also a way to make sure that the crew's kind of in high spirits. It's competitive at the same time. It's creative, so it helps. Especially with a lot of the times with the monotony of this, and the monotony of the actions combined with the stressfulness of the situation can really put people on edge bad. So as you guys begin to keep on navigating through the debris field that surrounds Kyrell, the first day is tense, but the crew is working really well together. You get through the debris field. The overnight watch, you get reports back to the overnight watch did very well. Are you guys as officers, are any of you going to do any shift watches? Like, are you going to do it, like take command of an overnight watch or anything?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
there's-
absolutely.
So the ship works on three 8-hour turns. Okay, there's day watch, there's midday watch, and then there's night watch. And midday watch doesn't mean like noon. Day watch usually is up well before dawn, like probably 4 or 5 in the morning. They run 8 hours. So I'm doing this in a 24-hour cycle because that's I'm from Earth.
Fair.
So yeah, the day watch starts at 5 and ends at roughly starts at 5, ends at
2.
about 2. Then night watch starts at 2 and goes around till
About 9.
9, and then overnight is from 9 on. And so basically there's changes of the watch. There's bells that are struck on the hour. There's the bells are rung, like the bell's struck once for every hour. It's struck 3 times for change of watch. If the bell is constantly rung, that means that there is an emergency on deck. And if the bell is constantly rung, it means there's an emergency on deck and it's all hands.
Yep.
So that's basically the gist of the non-verbal commands on the ship.
Not to mention all the officers of the deck shouting, "All hands, man battle stations."
Yeah, but the bell ringing is usually something that can be heard all the way through the lower decks. So that way, people who might not be able to understand what the officers on deck are shouting, they'll hear the bell and know that everyone needs to get the fuck up there upstairs or get to stations.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are maneuvering on the second day, the first thing about the second day starts out just as normal. You can now see Kyrell as a round silhouette in the distance. It has a bright red line that goes kind of at an angle across the disc, which is basically the Kyrell's equator. You know that is where the Ring of Fire is around Kyrell. It is. Everyone says that it's where the Mist Mother's hand struck Kyrell and split the skin of the planet asunder. It is a bunch of active volcanoes. Because of the heat from the active volcanoes, the atmosphere above that is the only clear atmosphere, because the rest of it is basically under storms, basically ferocious winter storms all the time. But it's also I think it's called an induction current, where the wind current is going straight up because of the heat changing the temperature of the air so drastically. And so to come in, you basically have to skirt that wind current and go kind of almost underneath it and ride the wind current as it comes back down, which does mean that for a time you fly under the cloud layer, but through the cold, which is what mostly destroys a lot of ships. The way the ships have been getting through it is they take their environmental controls and they crank them to try and keep all the rigging from freezing over. Depending on how good your ship is built and how strong your batteries are, you should be able to make the journey from wherever you come into the atmosphere to the equatorial zone, where you can get close enough to that to start defrosting your ship, basically. And then you ride the equator to get back to the capital. The hardest part, though, is the speed and strength of that updraft is variable depending on where you come into the atmosphere. The known places that it's best to come into are all well mapped out, but they're still, depending on atmospheric conditions, what's happening on the surface, all kinds of weird shit, it can still be very, very risky. So ships still do crash because it is...
To kind of boost morale as we're kind of going through this, Val would probably start a sea shanty version of the new edition / Boyz II Men, Can You Stand the Rain?
Oh my gosh.
And everyone have like everybody like singing it in harmony as we're like, Val's working at the rigging and everything too to get everything going. But like, I feel like that would be like an appropriate song as we're like heading into these like storms.
Gotcha. So as you guys are coming, but as you guys see Kyrell in the distance and you can see that red line, you're moving through the atmosphere, and you come around this huge, like basically a satellite boulder. Looks like something that could be a settlement on it if there wasn't all these other rocks that are probably constantly hitting it. So as you come around it, and you see ahead of you 2 ships that you recognize. The 2 ships that were responsible for the attack on the Spindle that got away. And you see a 3rd ship dead center between them that is painted solid black. It's not as big as your ship, but it is definitely an attack cruiser.
In the mental link, Drake.
I see it. All hands, battle stations.
And you
It's
guys, the crew snaps too.
Captain,
Yep.
permission to take the Shrike out for a stroll.
Make it so. Be careful. Try not to die, please.
I think we should be more concerned about how much damage can that one little
1 minute,
ship...
guys. I've got an emergency. I'll be right back. But you guys continue. I have my headset on.
Yeah, cool. It's like, get everyone ready. We've seen what those ships can do. That one right there, though, smaller one, painted all black. They may not, what they lack in firepower, they make up for in speed.
So aim for that one first.
That one's more likely going to try to get close to board. That's going to be my target. I'm going to try to do as much damage to it and the other ones as possible. The drag bombs will do some damage. I'll try to aim for their masts and their engines.
All right.
I take out, I can make them dead in the water. And I'll be moving fast enough they won't have time to shoot at me. Watch out for their fighters, though. Any spells you can do to knock them out of the sky, use them.
Oh, you know we will.
Anyone have any abilities that can blind?
Yes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but I need to be face to fist.
Well, as much as I would love to just drop you off on that on the top of the ship, that would mean landing the craft.
I understand that.
And I also don't want to put you on the back of one of those drag bombs, as I'll be attaching a live explosive to you.
I don't know, that kind of sounds like fun.
Yeah, no. If I'm not allowed to die, neither are you.
He has a point, Lex.
I have no intention of dying.
If you can get us within about 120 feet of either of those ships, we can definitely do some work.
Keep the cannons a secret, though.
So
Open up a volley with the energy cannons first. Make them think this thing's just stock. Wait for him to get close. Then allow this cruise to open up with the heavier cannons. They won't see it coming.
That's what she said.
So, I'm sorry, I have to say it. Don't fire until we see the whites of their eyes.
Maybe
Pretty
not
much.
that close, but after all, out here, once one of those cannonballs starts going, there's nothing to stop it.
Mm-hmm. Until it hits something.
You got the right spirit, though.
So
All right.
is that the general plan then?
Mm-hmm.
We've got orders. Let's get to work.
All right. So, well, the crew had already snapped too. Number one, a lot of the new crew are chattering. They're really nervous. It's a 3-1. And some of the more experienced crew are like, and we have cannons on deck. You know this is kind of crazy and insane. Because remember that those are basically 2 light cruisers and a heavy cruiser versus what would technically be a man of war.
Yep.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Is it time
This-
for Val
this
to give
is-
a
this is
captain's
the
speech?
equivalent
Is Val
of-
about to give
okay.
a captain's speech?
They have a frigate and 2 cruisers. We have a battleship. Let's have some fun. Just don't underestimate their speed. Those little fuckers can move.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
We would assume that there's like an all ship like sending stone apparatus, yeah, on a
Like
vessel
an
like this,
intercom system.
Yeah,
like an
there should
intercom system essentially.
Yeah, no, there would have to be something like that. You know what it is? This is the funniest shit ever. It's a series of brass tubes with horns on the end that you
pipes.
unplug.
I
It's a
love
bunch
it.
of
Yes.
pipes. It's a bunch
It's
of
a bunch
pipes.
of pipes.
It's a bunch of pipes.
So Val will go to the one near the wheel.
Mhm.
This is your captain speaking. We're about to enter into what I can only describe as a perilous situation. Now, we brought you all on this ship knowing that this would be dangerous, knowing that the odds would always ever be against us, but we have faith in you. We believe in each and every one of you that we have brought up on this journey with us. We ask that you all have faith in us and have faith in each other. Those of you manning the manual cannons, do not fire them yet until we are close enough to do some real damage. We'll give the order for that. These ships that we are pursuing, they're responsible for a lot of death, a lot of innocent deaths. We intend to repay them for that. Believe in you. We trust in you. Let's send these sons of bitches to hell.
The crew does roar. You see that the other 3 ships, which as you came around, the other 3 ships were moving but very slowly, like they were laying in wait. As you guys begin to pick up speed to go to attack speed, the 2 light cruisers both turn, flank out, and start going into the debris field. The heavy cruiser is coming straight at you.
We're going for a flank.
So say, Drake, this feels like a trap.
And that's why we are leveling the playing field.
There's only one thing to do when we're walking into a trap.
Spring it.
Spring it.
It's like
So, and
Drake is gonna go to the launch bay, get the Shrike all powered up because they don't know about this little fucker.
Mhm.
This thing's brand new.
You also still have 2 of their own attack craft.
Yep. So
You canna-
anyone
you
who knows how to
cannibalize your broken ones.
actually, hold on. He knows someone else who knows how to fly one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go to the man of the cloth that's like, with me,
He's
we got a
walking
little
behind
surprise for him.
you. Isn't the Shrike a 2-person gig?
The Shrike is a single person, but they converted 2 of them. because in order to put the mounted guns in,
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
yeah,
that
they're
it could
just the guns
cycle?
are just forward facing. That's what we did.
so forward-facing guns so that they could do strafing runs on the deck, allowing them to target the crystals, allowing them to target the mast, and also the drag charges
Yep.
modified.
They basically have hook chains, and then they basically they
Yep, so that they hang over the sides, allowing us to blow holes in the sides, exposing the guts.
Yeah.
So he'll give them a rundown of how they've been modified off of the designs of a certain ship that they used to be on, with some additional upgrades. Give them hell.
Yeah.
Send them to Hades, boys. There won't be anything left. Yep. They'll literally split off. It's like what he'll do before they go is he'll establish psychic comms between himself, his wingman, the captain, and the two heads for the gunnery stations. So that now the captain also has line to strike 1, strike 2, and both the gunnery decks.
Love it. Fucking love it.
Which is why they're going to the sides, which is also why instead of going straight for the big one, they're veering off to the left to engage that one first. Yep, it's like, Captain, they've been setting this area up with a lot of stone in the area. Any magic that you can use to push that towards them is going to turn that detriment against them.
Acknowledged. And let's see, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let's see. Best I can manage that right now is so Val will immediately kind of thrust his hand forward. And as he does, the shadow of his hand will get long and move towards the front of the ship, and then will cast itself up and form that giant gauntlet. And then we'll just start like pushing chunks of debris and stone towards the other ships.
Gotcha. Go ahead. Now, remember, for Bigsby's, you do have to make strength checks, but your strength modifier is your casting bonus, your attack bonus.
Yes, it is.
And so you basically just make a strength check with that as your casting bonus, and you tell me what you roll.
There is, that just tells me that I have a strength of 26, which is a +8 to my rolls, which I am all about. Woohoo! That is 25.
You got that. So you begin basically the hand goes out, and it's basically just doing the whole swats a huge path of stones, then swats back and it's just going forward, and it's just wiping the area clean in front of you, and sending all those stones scattering into other stones, and so you're kind of getting this cascade effect. The other stones, the shield's strong enough to take the bounce off of the other stones that don't get caught, but it's basically clearing a path for the ship. It's doing an okay job, but you definitely can't get up to attack speed because you have to wait for the hand to clear a path.
Yeah. Let's see. The only other thing I could see, ooh, that's kind of devious if I can pull it off. Do I have the spell I'm thinking of, though? Do I have it? Do I have it? I don't know. Maybe.
Does our resident
Okay.
druid have anything that can move these things at all?
I'm super limited for distance as far as like moving earth. Yeah, no, I ain't got shit.
I was about to say,
guys,
without in here, once the momentum is added, it doesn't stop until it collides with something else. So even moving, just pushing something 10 feet, it'll go a lot farther.
guys,
Right,
guys,
if I could
guys,
reach it,
Yes, Sphinx.
move it.
I have Dimension Door and some ideas.
Okay.
I'm a fan of these ideas already.
Okay.
So,
Hear me out.
hear me out. You already got Bisbee's hand going. Cool. Put a dimension door in front of the Bigsby's hand. Send the stones through the dimension door so that they come out on top of the ship. And let it fucking rain. Just let it
rain.
Just let that
Thinking
shit
with
rain.
portals.
Thinking with fucking portals.
Or better, or actually, similar idea to that. Use that to help the Shrike 1 and 2 get close.
I like that.
Close distance immediately.
Close the distance immediately. I've got a range of 500 feet with Dimension Door, so yeah, that'll work.
Screw flying through the field. Put us right on top. We get those bombs on target.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
So, real stupid idea, but we saw those like space whales.
We have space whales.
We've
Yeah.
seen
There's
space
space
whales.
whales.
Like,
Yeah,
we don't
we've seen
have
space whales.
space whales, but
We've
there
seen
are.
space whales.
Mhm.
We've seen space whales,
Do we-
but not here.
Space whales? Do we think space whales have combat capabilities?
I mean,
They're space whales,
You've
probably.
also
Space
seen
whales.
in the distance. You've also seen things like
Space
big
ship.
things that would try and attack space whales,
Okay.
like giant
Callie,
space.
are you pondering what I
like
think
giant
you're pondering?
space squid?
Are we bringing Cthulhu into the
Oh my
fight?
god, we've seen a space squid?
Mhm. They normally, if you see a pod of whales, they're normally being stalked by other predators. A lot of times, it's basically the equivalent of space orca, but on occasion, you see what is known as
space orcas.
what is known as a kraken.
Yes.
Oh, you have true
Space
poly.
kraken.
You picked up true polymorph, didn't you?
No. I don't get polymorph.
As a druid?
No. Polymorph is a bard version.
I could have thought for certain that druids get it.
No, they get
I mean,
wild shape.
They definitely have
No.
wild.
There's wild shape. Oh, I'm
I'm almost positive they do.
Ouch.
Oh no, they can get shape
Bards
change.
definitely get polymorph.
yeah. You
That's
don't
what I'm
get
thinking of. Shape
polymorph.
change.
You don't get polymorph, but yes, I do have shape change.
Oh, they ain't ready.
Is
Do it.
Can we pass out of the field? Is it possible? Does anybody know this?
Out of the debris field?
Oh, out of the like space field that's around the ship.
Oh yeah, you can just jump off the ship.
Not again. Callie, no.
Fine. We find
There's
out
no.
that.
Remember, if you
Callie.
jump off the ship, once you get like 5 feet beyond the ship, you go into the null gravity. So you'll just keep on going.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Does Callie just start running?
Callie's gonna start running towards the bow of the ship. Straight
Callie,
like-
Callie.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. This is gonna be awesome. And she's going to
Trust in
run.
Callie, trust in Callie, trust in Callie, trust in Callie.
Trusting Callie to do what?
She's going to leap off the front of the ship straight towards this, and she's going to turn into a space kraken. Because yes, I do have a shape change.
Okay. Let me get you some stats to use for a space kraken.
And in the mental link, oh shit.
Oh, damn.
Please tell me that's Callie.
Yes.
If
We're
you're
not
referring
gonna
to the
I
very
know.
large
Oh.
kraken that just appeared, yes. That's Callie.
He's just gonna look to. He's just gonna mental state to the wingman who is in this call. It's like you wanted to see firsthand what we do. This is it.
Welcome to Dumbass O'Clock.
Val, get us
Welcome
some
to the
portals
party.
to get close.
And Val is going to basically summon Inari, chuck Inari at the strike. And once the moment Inari lands on the strike, he's going to use Inari to cast
Dimension door.
Dimension Door to get you to the extra 500 feet towards the thing.
Now, question is, which one are you sending it towards? The one on the left, the one on the port, starboard, or dead ahead?
Once Inari lands on the strike, which one do you want?
Let's clear our port side first. Starboard side hasn't taken as much damage. Port side's been the one to take the most hits so far. I'd rather that be clear.
Port side it is. Blink. And just a
Just go. Boom, bang, boom, huh?
So literally, as soon as that portal comes on, just drag bombs are down, literally raking just quickly, just right across the deck.
Gotcha.
No time for them to even
Go,
react
go,
to what's
go,
going
go, go.
on.
So, you guys are going to start strafing run. What we're going to do is, because it is very late and this is going to be a big, big fight.
big old battle.
Yes. Let's go ahead and table this for next week.
Yes.
And we will take up from the beginning as initiative rolls. And I have to make a giant squid because there's only giant roctopus.
I mean, that's still badass.
Dude,
Pretty
if there's a
big too.
octopus, Val is riding it while shredding on the fucking loot because you said roctopus and that's the first thing you thought of.
Well, it is definitely a roctopus. And you guys,
You need to make up a space kraken.
I'm going to make a space kraken.
You make a space.
That's not a problem whatsoever. I'm going to be making a space kraken. Excuse me.
And being that this is a space kraken and they float around in space, I have control over my direction now. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
360 degrees.
Yes.
I love
Alrighty.
this. This
So-
is gonna be
Just,
fun.
just wrap one of the ships up at the tentacles.
Literally just.
Yes.
Break one
just,
in
just
half.
fucking.
Yeah, I might
Slingshot
have to
that
watch
bitch
the
into
Teenage
the other
Kraken
one.
movie.
What are
this
you
week, though.
doing? What are you doing to turn into the kraken? By the way, again,
Shape change.
shape change. So is that your ability, natural druidic ability, or?
No,
That's
is
a
my
ninth
ninth level
level
spell
spell.
slot.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
So you get all the
Yeah.
attributes. What is
Equal
the?
to my level or lower. So is
you're-
it above my level?
It may be, but if not, I can always just wind it backwards.
Okay.
I can down power it.
Yeah, it
It's-
just can't be a
it's a young
construct
kraken.
or undead.
And by your level, what does that mean? Your level in CR?
No, just the CR
yes,
has to match the
CR
level.
has to be my
Holy
level.
shit! Are you
of
serious?
17. Yeah.
Because
Shape change is a game changer.
Because a CR-17 monster is meant to fight 4 17th level heroes, not
Yeah.
one.
Wow. I mean, the wording of the spell says the challenge rating equal to your level or lower.
Holy shit!
I mean, this is why it's
Holy
level
shit.
9.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm gonna make a big space kraken, or space
Yeah.
squid, a giant space squid. It's not gonna be a kraken though, because krakens are stupid insane and they're CR like 24 or something like that.
Okay, yeah, no, I couldn't be a kraken.
Yeah, but you can't be. A
I
kraken.
mean, what's scary is, you know what CR-14, an adult solar dragon.
Yeah, I know you can be. You have like the ability to adult dragon something.
I fought a solar dragon
I've
in a
only
different
used
game, and holy shit.
We're about to dragon these nuts across these other ships.
Let's go!
All
See,
right.
if we were one level higher, you could literally do cosmic horror.
Oh god damn.
Cthulhu has entered the
Oh my
chat.
You have to have seen it, though.
Gargantuan aberration. I mean, this thing looks like it eats space whales easily.
I mean,
So
You have to
I
see
had-
it
I
physically
had
or
to
just a
have seen
photo of it.
There's been a lot of argument about that, and photos don't actually exist, but illusions do.
An image.
Illusions do.
hold on. Here's just an image of this thing.
It's
Can
just
you
an image of this
transform into
thing.
an average example of this creature without any class levels or spell casting traits.
No spellcasting traits.
yeah.
What a
What the
ripoff.
fuck is that?
I mean,
No.
My God.
No.
Oh, by the way, those small things in front of it are the freaking space dolphins.
What the flying
Y'all,
fracking
so
fuck
cute.
is that?
You wanted
Oh my.
something
Cosmic horror.
akin. There you go.
That's fuck.
It's gargantuan.
That is gorgeous.
Exactly why I say
gorgeous.
shape change. I was like, wait, I saw that look in your eyes. Like, wait, you have the spell. I think
That's
you do,
that's
don't
like
you?
I said. That's as big as a heavy cruiser. And cute. You want 6?
Yes.
Yes, apparently.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take us up next week. At the beginning of the show, we'll be rolling initiative. I'll have Cassie's space giant monstrosity, and you guys will get some added stuff that's going to happen. Drake is going to be in his little cruiser. All the rest of you are Callie's going to be a giant squid, and the rest of you are going to be on the deck of the ship. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited.
This is going to be the one of a few epic fights that's going to be happening soon because Kyrell is the end of the campaign.
No!
Oh, that's so sad.
No!
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
No!
I
We're
told
in the
you.
end game now.
I told you it was like 12 episodes, maybe.
No!
Oh my
God! No!
Kyrell is your final destination. Restoring the Lady of Justice is the end game for this because you restore all 3 aspects of the Mist Mother.
Oh yeah!
No!
This
This is my emotional support D&D game.
We can play other D&D games too. It's
It
true.
will be the same.
Well, okay, we'll talk about that offline, so we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, thank you to everyone who stuck around. You guys are amazing, and we love you, and we really appreciate it. We know we run late, so we appreciate anyone who sticks around to the end. We are going to be playing Better Days on Friday, which is our Best Days on Friday, which is our Tales from the Loop Chronicle that we're running on every other Friday night. And then we have started our in-person Saturday D&D game, but we just started it last Saturday, and it's doing every other Saturday. So it's going to probably be a couple of months before it gets off and running because Gen Con comes up in the beginning of August, which means we're going to be gone for that weekend. And I think that is a game weekend for us. And so we want to give time for the players because we've all literally just met each other, except for one player. And so we want the players to give time to gel, relax. But I can tell you what, by the first session, they were already just acting like you guys. So I'm
Aw.
Like us, or like us.
no.
Like a team.
No.
We
Yeah,
have like a
barrels.
team.
Were
Like
they being
a proper team, like a real team.
were they being
operates.
crackheaded?
Yeah, no, they're being
They were
crackheaded.
feral.
They're being feral. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah,
that's
like
fine,
a
that's
true
fine.
team of nerds.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of them,
like a
one of them is playing the epitome of an elvish princess.
I love it.
Oh, iconic.
Dope.
Oh, it's
She and Callie should meet.
oh, I don't think that would go well at all.
No, that's why it's funny.
That would be funny.
That would be.
And they
so
are
great.
playing in Kingdoms of Mist. In fact, they were on the planet you just left, and everything that just happened to you just did and everything like that, it's going to be in their game. They're going to know about the ship coming in. They're going to know about everything.
Oh my god, we can have a crossover.
We're gonna hear about some
the-
bastard being a total Karen.
The rumors of the cat
What
girl
the
that
bro-
had the 20-hour sex marathon.
So yes,
The cat girl
legend of the electric
shit out of a
lute.
gift and then had a 20-hour sex marathon.
God.
It was a riveting electric performance, and then a 20-hour performance.
dun, dun, dun. So yeah, we're gonna go and do all that. It's gonna be amazing, and we hope you guys will be here for it. And we thank you guys for everything. This has been almost 3 years.
I'd have to check,
Yeah,
but
check thing.
we're definitely over 2 years.
Okay.
We're over 2 years for sure.
Yeah, well over 2 years. So we're gonna go ahead and we love playing games, and I love this campaign. But unfortunately, D&D has level cap. So we're 17. We're 3 levels from max. After max, I don't know what the hell you do.
We fight God.
Very
We
fair.
fight God.
I don't
March-
want to fight the Miz Mother again.
Neither do
March
I.
16th, 2021 was session 0 for Kingdoms of Mist. So we're
Wow.
well over
2
2.
We crested the 2-year mark. So
Yeah, we're coming up on 2.5.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
This is the best part of it, actually, Milagros, because I know you're still like the new gamer, but this is one of the best parts, because when you get to the end of the campaign, you get to decide where your character goes from there. You
Yeah.
get
And you
to,
stop screwing them over and using them to torture me.
no.
You can't torture.
Yeah,
me. You can't
no.
torture
Actually,
me
no.
as much.
I don't do anything at that point. The epilogue is written by you.
okay, you're much nicer than my weekend.
Yeah.
Because the end of the campaign, you hand him your baby, and he does stuff to them,
No.
and then you meet them later, and it's not great.
No. I believe in heroic campaigns, and I believe that when I used to say I ran Grecian heroic tales, but I hate tragedies that end like that. So basically,
Yeah.
you guys go through fucking hell during the campaign, but when you get to the end of your character's campaign, you get to decide where their story goes from there.
Oh,
And you
sure,
get to
yes, of
decide
course.
what they do, where they go, and we'll have a final show where each one of you will get to tell the tale of how your characters completed their journey,
Nice.
or just continued it in the case of Callie, who's going to live forever.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
true.
well, yeah, elf druids are busted.
Yeah. They're basically just immortal.
Yeah.
They have to choose to frickin' die.
We are the true Lord of the Rings half
Yeah.
elf or high elves or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
Just
mean,
go to
a
another plane.
human will live. A human druid will live as long as an elf. So an elven druid will live
Forever.
Forever.
through
Yeah,
10
it's-
generations of elves.
10 generations of elves.
10 years for every 1 year.
I
Callie's just a
it's
baby.
wild.
That's like pseudo immortality. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Fuck
Yeah, it
that
does.
nonsense.
It really
I'm here
sucks.
for it. I love it.
Immortality is a curse.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I don't.
I want all the immortality. Give it to me.
All right.
You gotta think.
You got to think about what?
you think about it though, like if immortality were achievable, we're getting deep now. Immortality was achievable. You
Mhm.
could never form connections without knowing you are going to watch that person age and die.
But
But you
yeah.
get super disconnected from it slowly over time. You
And
get
of
your
course, the
pets every so
psychos,
often.
the psychos would get drawn to it because it means they don't their fear of death. They no longer have to fear it, and then they let their guard down and get shot.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
get
you get a
shot.
pet every so often, but you don't have like the true companionship anymore because nothing can live as long as you.
Or you develop the true meaning, or you develop an attachment to the true, not attachment. You develop the wisdom of true impermanence. That you might be immortal, and that everything around you is transient and impermanent. And while you can form attachments, you don't attach yourself to the point of it. Kind of like the whole like Jedi thing. Like attachment is possible, relationships are possible, but forming those possessive attachments are what kind of draws to the dark side. And so forming you can't form possessive attachments, but you can still form attachments and try and figuring out that balance.
Super dangerous.
It can be, yeah, but if you
Super
do it and you do it right, it's an experience.
Well, yes, of course. It's always an experience. Life is an experience,
Yeah.
no matter the term.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Why Drake lives as crazy as he does.
I was gonna say I don't know if the whole statement of no matter what the terms is gonna be. Yeah, no.
Well, the terms as in length of time.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can find someone to raid, and so we can say goodnight to everybody. We're probably gonna raid over to ADH Adventures because I see they're still playing. But remember, folks, you can find these amazing creators in their own right on their own channels. Sam, where can people find you?
So you guys can find me over on ADH Adventures with Cassie on Tuesdays, right here on Wednesdays, every other Saturday, including this Saturday over at the Starfield. And as well on Saturday at Gen Con, along with Sphinx, right on stage.
Hey.
Yeah, and since you segue directly into it so smoothly for me, Sphinx, where can people find you on the mighty interwebs?
Why, hello. Sphinx Akasha. You can find me on TikTok as Circle DM. Sphinx Akasha just about everywhere else. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can find me right here with Dinner and a Game playing Emerald Sanctums and Kingdoms of Mist, of course, respectively. Every other Friday, including possibly this Friday, you can find me on the Alex Bomb channel playing Initiatives and Intrigues. But on the opposing Fridays, you can find me with the ADH Adventures team running my own campaign, Agents of the Circle. We're in our 5th and final season. The crew just met Badru underneath the temples of the 36 chambers, and it's a good time. So tune in for that. We're also a podcast, so if you want to catch up, find us wherever you get your podcasts. It's a good time.
It is a good time.
On Saturdays, you can find me also with ADH Adventures but playing in either Heroes Arc or on our other show, Unlicensed Magic War Crimes. On Sundays, you can find me also with ADH Adventures playing The Tale That Never Was. So it's a lot of time travel. It's really, really fun. And like Sam said, you can find me, Sam, Brynirsa, and a couple of other really, really awesome creators at Gen Con, where I'm running a game called The Lover, the Dreamer, and the Thieves. If you like Persona 5 or Leverage, it's basically we're going to be running a Glitter Hearts game with some elements of Blades in the Dark kind of thrown in for flavor. It's going to be a great time. I'm super excited about it. So my link is in the link to that. If you're going to be at Gen Con and want to buy tickets, is in my link, my Beacons link. So come check us out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
It's good fun. It's fine. Cassie, where can people find you?
Hello, I exist on the internet. You can find me at Variations. Lady Vamp, not Variations, it's just Lady Vamp on socials. I'm going to be on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and Hive, and I exist on ADH Adventures on Tuesday with Sam. Also going to be at Gen Con. My game is on Friday morning. It is an all-girl cast, girl D&D, or girl DM, or just all girls. It's an all-girl party.
It's an all-girl party. She's doing okay, folks. She's all right. She's just really excited about becoming a squid.
I am so excited about this.
It's cool as shit.
Dope. It'll be so dope.
I'm thinking about it.
Liz, where can people find you?
You can find me at various iterations of @MissList or @MissList2 on most of the social medias. Obviously here on Wednesdays, and you can find me on the opposite Saturday to the Hunter game over on the Starfield playing Vampire the Masquerade.
Dun dun dun! And Vampire the Masquerade is a very calm, relaxed game where nothing
Yes,
crazy
there's
ever
no
happens.
traumatic.
Nothing.
My sire definitely in the last episode did not slam me down on the floor and made me feed me some corrosive blood.
That
No,
stuff never
never
happens.
happened.
It never happens.
So it's a cozy vampire game as well.
Yeah.
Yes, very
It's
cozy.
very cozy.
Very happy. Nothing traumatic. Definitely almost didn't get kidnapped into an outhouse by a wraith.
Yeah.
That never happens. That never happens.
Why is the outhouse the part that concerned me the most?
Hey.
It's gross. That's why.
Saturday morning show. We've got a grudge match with an outhouse.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
outhouse.
it was that outhouse.
Yeah.
We went to go see it after you guys left.
Got it.
I did
Please
not
tell me you
find the gun.
finished it off.
I did not
No.
find the gun.
I got
No.
rescued because it tried to take me.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that thing's not gonna die. It's just gonna end up a freaking haunted house situation where it's killed enough people, it's just grown. And now we
That's
gotta kill a
not concerned.
house.
Now you gotta kill a house.
I'm
No,
very.
It's gonna be like that
Don't say
monster,
outhouse.
that
I
old
know
like
about it.
Monster House film.
I
like
was
a
just about to say,
fun
just watch Monster House. You just need TNT.
Well, I
Just
like
need
Mouse.
dynamite.
C4?
Just
See-
blow that shit up. That's what they did in Monster House.
Well, where you see 3, I see 4.
Oh, good lord. Milagros, where can people find you?
Good night, everybody. I'm out.
People can find me also on the Starfield Monday nights and every other Saturday morning. I play in the vampire game with Liz because I'm a new player. It's my first time playing a vampire, and my dad's totally not an idiot. It's fine. We're doing great. He totally didn't just accidentally turn someone. It's fine. And then I can be found here being tormented by Ray Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights. I'm going on through. I'm 2.5 years in. I'm in too deep. That's it. I live here. And I'm everywhere else, kind of sporadically. I'm working on Camp Nana right now. Finally got a job, and I will not be at Gen Con, unfortunately, because I will probably be moving. My aunt and uncle are closing on their house, and once they can officially, head out, we got another kind of confirmation from my uncle that, we're probably going to get the apartment. So might be getting a lease by the end of July or beginning of August. So I'll be packing. So
Packing.
no con and flying out and all that stuff. But next year I will be there with everybody because it was so fun last year and I want to do it again.
Absolutely. All right, excellent. And of course, you can find all of Dinner and the Games information in our link tree, and you can find everyone else's information in our chat right now. Please, if you can, give them a follow. Creators, it's the biggest boost we get is knowing that someone else bothered to take the time to hit that little button. It absolutely costs you guys absolutely nothing but a click, but it gives us all kinds of serotonin, and we greatly appreciate it. Remember, Dinner and the Game always saves you a seat at the table. Please be careful, social distance where you can, wear a mask when you can. We want you to be safe, and we want you to come back every single session that you can to enjoy gaming with us as we enjoy gaming with each other. And we will be back, like I said, on Friday, and then of course Tuesdays Emerald Sanctums, and Wednesday is right back here for Kingdoms of Mist. We love you guys very much. We will see you on Friday, and we hope you guys stay safe, and we'll talk to you later. Oh, and we are rating ADH Adventures. Make sure to say hi, refresh your screen when you get there to give them a fresh view, and we will see you guys later, and enjoy ADH Adventures. Okay, we are clear.
Which means I can quickly brush my teeth and then head to bed because I got to
Yes.
be up around like 7:10 to get to work on time, and I'm there from like 8 to 4:30.
I bet you were worried we were going to keep going.